All right. It's finally time. It's finally time. Oh boy. The dread Terracotta Sentinel. Long requested by chat. For many years they have begged. And today's finally the day. So take a look at them, right? They should be good in theory, right? 100 armor, lots of melee attack, low melee defense, but the armor does make up for it. Extraordinarily high weapon strength. They're basically armor giants, and they move faster too. Compare them to your typical green skin giant. And what do you see? It's a massive massive speed difference. 9 speed. Look at that. 50 armor. A little less damage, but should be fine. So why not run them? Why not run them? Maybe we'll run some sky junks. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking we could have a really good up trading build. Potentially. Either that or they'll just suck and die. But they do grind for a long time. Here's the big downside. If they fight for even a little while, they will lose out on their armor. And that's just unfortunate. I'm up against attack speed enjoyer. Oh boy. Yo. But if I bring Meow Ying, she can regrowth them. And that'll replenish your finger. So fingers crossed it goes well. Big Clay Guy's hype. Yep. Finally here. Oh boy. Alright. So map bans. It's the new map ban format. Top bracket bans, one of the 5 maps. Get first a ban. Where is the magic? This whole build is the magic. Goblin maxing? Goblin maxing would be easier than winning with Cathay, I'm sure. Winning with Cathay is hard, man. I saw you guys talking earlier about how this series might go longer than the Bretonnian series that we did a while back. But yeah, if this doesn't work, I do have the moonbirds. I feel like going double moonbird is pretty good. We'll see. I stand by my prediction. Oh boy, you think it'll last longer? How long was the Bretonnia miniseries? How long was I stuck with them? It was a while. You actually gonna do it? I'm gonna bring the Terracottas. We gonna bring the Terracottas. It's gonna be sick. Okay, now wood elves though, right? So it's suicidal to bring sky junks versus wood elves, or is it? I don't know. Sky junks, it's really hard to tell. It's really hard to tell if they're actually good or not. The Terracottas can just jump their back line, which is pretty funny. Imagine this is the build. Double Terracotta, double sky junk. Looks like a meme build. Nah, absolutely not. How many signups are there? Okay, if I get 3 wins, even if I lose first round, I'm still decently in the clear. I do have to win this first one, but yeah, we'll see. Anyways, I have a video to edit today, so if I lose this tournament, we're just gonna have to go to editing. I'm just gonna have to end the stream. But I've been doing a lot of long streams recently, so yeah, anyways. Let's see if we can beat wood elves. Wood elves jump change. What, only one of the best factions in the game? Let's see here. He bans Norskin Rise. Okay. What even is Twilight Forest? Oh, it's this one. I don't really like it that much. I'm thinking though, right? Like the Terracottas, they can really disrupt the backline, and maybe they combo well with the Sky Junks. Miao Ying is maybe okay. You think regrowth on the Terracotta is where it's at? What if they just get shot to bits? And then we're sad. It is wood elves, so it might just be smarter to go for something like this. This will probably just be smarter, right? And then that way I can take one of these units and then we're good. In land battle, people do Crane Gunner, Jade Lancer, Crow Spam. Makes a lot of sense. It's what I would do normally too. But not today. Today, we are going to throw. Okay, no, but like, actually though, I feel like, how bad can they possibly be? It's Wood Elves. Let's see here. Border Lowlanding. Alright, so either on Rockfort or Atsushi Castle. Interesting. How bad can it possibly be? There's no way. No way this loses. We're gonna see the Green Giant. Yeah, I would love to run the Green Giant, but maybe not against Wood Elves. I feel like they have too many units with more than enough range. It does technically have 25% missile resist. But like, am I really gonna pay 300 gold for just that wee bit more resistance? Moonbirds go crazy against Wood Elves. I would, you know, I would like to see the Moonbirds do well. Let's try this. Let's use the red banner. Get the Christmas coloring. Wood Elves are annoying, but they're not impossible. I always lose the first round though. You always meme a little too close to the sun. Then insta lose. Okay, so what if I do this? Replace that with this. And now, honestly, like this almost seems like it would be a sick build. If I didn't have any preconceived notions about these units, right? And we just thought that they were good units, I feel like you could actually convince me that this is a sick build. Unfortunately, I do have preconceived notions. Ruining everything. Oh, boy. Oh boy, alright, here we go. Let's do, yeah, some of this. At least I know I can probably win against all of his mobility. No legendary Terracotta hero. He can give vision over the stealth dudes. We're gonna start this one nice and strong though. So Terracottas, it's 6 capture weight at like 48 speed, right? Terracottas, in my mind, if you think about it, compare them to frost worms. Yes, they might be worse in basically every way, but frost worms are like OP. So what's a lesser frost worm? What's a lesser frostworm that is easier to hit, less missile resist, costs more, has a larger profile, does not have the best animations to kill cavalry, slower. What's the worst that can happen? I think we'll be fine. Oh yeah, and no easy access to healing. Also no easy access to healing, which is a big part of our frostworms. But more armor, that's pretty hype, right? More armor. Redeem the stretch hydrate. Thank you, Rent-A-Cat. Get that leg stretch. I gotta make sure I don't like sit for like 7 hours a day, you know? All right, here we go. Warmed up. All right, give it to me, Wood Elves. This is no negativity Thursday. It's no negativity any day of the week. We got this. See, you need to remove Cathay from the game for my own good. Jeez. Yeah, what if today's the day? Okay, you guys don't know. Today can always be the day. And if it's not, I can swear off Terracottas forever. It's a win-win. Good luck, have fun. Attack, speed, enjoyer. Alright, now you might be disappointed, but I just bought a normal build. I just bought like 3 crane gunners and like normal infantry. Alright, it was totally clickbait. It was totally clickbait. It's just it's just a normal build. Jade Lancers, Crowmen. I know, you know, you can riot in chat. Everybody riot, but you know, it's attack speed enjoyer, right? You gotta bring your best against attack speed enjoyer, right? Nah, I'm kidding. I'm absolutely kidding. Did you think for a second I would not meme? Did you think for a second that I would not go for the sickest build in the world? Oh my gosh, you guys. Absolute weak-minded, all of you. Each and every single one of you. Oh my goodness. Now, of course I'm going for the Terracotta war balloon build. Of course we're doing it this way. Are you kidding me? Oh, he's gonna die, man. Oh, he doesn't know what's going on. Ready? Face me, attack speed enjoyer. Face the wrath of Anticity. Here we go. So, here's the play. This thing cannot get caught up. It can't. Because if he tries to park his archers here, they're gonna get terracotted in the face. I got a moonbird with some moonbird action. Look at that crazy beak. I got a dragon's breath. Oh, we're gonna wreck him up. What's he have? A spellweaver of beasts? Flock of doom? What are you gonna flock of doom? My Crowman cavalry corps? Well, let's split them up. If you win, I'm gonna laugh at attack speed enjoyer all year. If he actually went cav max, he's so screwed. Ah, no, he does have way watchers. Thankfully, though, the balloon can see them. Get wrecked, attack speed enjoyer. You thought the balloon does not have a use? It has. I don't know exactly what it is, but it can see them. It can see them. So we're just gonna Again, arrows of Kurnos on my lord. She's gonna be fine though. Ouch! Alright, should have used my ability. It's fine. Alright, so the balloon action is away. So he's just firing off shots like no tomorrow. It's fine by me. We are going to get some Jade Lancers. We're gonna get the Terracottas in here. They're gonna be an absolute menace. Unfortunately, you know what? Screw these Waystalkers. Screw them and their teeny tiny little faces, okay? They're gonna get their faces beat in by some giant statues, man. Their speed is not fast enough. 42, 48. Yeah, it's not fast enough, man. All right, I'm just gonna punch him in the face with terracottas. I'm sure it's fine. Is that another Waywatcher unit? You butt. You butt. All right, here we go. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna melt the faces off those Waywatchers real quick. Terracottas are just pile driving in. We can catch a couple Waywatchers here. That's good. Those guys just got brutalized. And then hopefully I can catch some more. He actually went quad Waywatcher. Insane. Well, we'll see how it pans out. There's the thingamajig. Little artillery piece, doing well here. Moonbird is actually getting kind of cooked, I'm not gonna lie. But at least these guys are really taking damage. Alright, I'm gonna have to play my heart out for this one, guys. Gets the Flock of Doom off. Come on, beat him up. Wait, I can shoot into those Wild Hunters of Khorne, so that's pretty high. So far, he loses some of his guys. And the bird can land here. Get a lot of work in there, too. Come on. Just chase down all his boys. There we go. And then he's going to have Arrows of Khorne again soon, but I think it's fine. Lord will be okay, and the balloon ain't going to die anytime soon, so. Really, what's the big deal? Oh my god, his guy's getting massacred. Absolutely, let's go. Absolutely, positively. Oh, jeez, my lord just got Arrows of Khorne, I think. But we did rout off a couple fools. Lord will live as long as these guys get chased off the battlefield. That's not the biggest deal in the world. Terracotta is continuing to cook over there. It's nice. Live! Woo! Alright, the dodge. Dodgerinos looking pretty good. Terracotta continuing the chase. So we terror routed the Way Watchers. That's good. He does have all 3 capture points though, so that part's gonna be a little rough. At least the Moonbird will probably be able to shatter that guy. That's good. Okay, it's a start. It's a start, and I could probably get a little bit of work done here. Sadly, the Moonbird does die, but I will be able to secure my first point in but a second. We've chased off most of his boys. And I do still have a nasty war balloon just pummeling his expensive cavalry, so it can't possibly be too bad. Unfortunately, the Terracotta just doesn't continuously chase units. I don't really know what to make of that part. It's a little sad, because that means the Way Watchers can rally. It's a good barrage, though, on those Way Watchers. Balloon's gonna be fine, and first capture point is mine. Way Stalker's getting bullied. It's good, it's good. Let's get some crowmen over here. His lord's just a little Flock of Doomer. Not the scariest thing in the world. I do still have both Terracottas alive, barely. They're gonna have to play keep away though. Alright, and it's gonna be pretty difficult for his Way Watchers to get too much work in here. Crowmen will be okay. Terracotta, they do have that little buff. The little leadership buff that they give themselves. Okay, looks like I get a pretty nice charge on his on his Wild Hunters. It's a good start. It's a good start. 1 Terracotta's down. Value trading wise, not looking the prettiest, right? Even though the balloon has been able to stick around, it is definitely a little sus. Misses the Arrows of Khorne again. Very nice. And okay, we got 1 Terracotta on the point. 1 Terracotta on the point and a dream. His Way Watchers did get caught up. Okay, that's another Way Watcher unit down. Unfortunately, I just haven't had a lot of uses for my magic this game, but such is life. There you go. That's a pretty solid capture. And I think I'm just going to spam Crowmen here just to try and clean up his cavalry. Like, the balloon's hype. The balloon's doing great. I just really wonder how the rest of this is going to pan out. Okay, there we go. Hey, second point is good. Second point is great. I just got to make sure my lord doesn't die now. Spellweaver of Beast is a menace. Wild Riders over there. He's going to get more Wild Riders up. Totally fine by me. Okay, and he is just going for the balloon. What a mad lad. Lord is still alive, though. I am rapidly running out of units, aren't I? Dang it! Is he gonna kill the balloon though? His lord's taking a lot of damage. There's reason to believe that we can actually get a lot of work done on his lord. Ah, crap, she's dead. No, the Jade Shield, not in time. Oh, hey, she lived. Surprising. No, but you routs. Oh, what a noob. What a noob. All right, I'm going to need Jade Lancers. We're going to need to recapture a point. And we're gonna have to hope for the best. I can't believe he's just cav maxing me, man. He's just vanilla cav maxing me. Honestly, the balloon was hype. The balloon was really hype, but I think we lost this one. Dang it. How's the balloon doing? Balloon actually did really well. Maybe I should have gotten double balloon versus the Wood Elves and just shot him to bits. I should have gone for double balloon. Yeah, we got army wipe though. Brutal. Double Terracotta, they did okay. I think the quad Way Watcher, they're really bad at chasing, unlike Frostworms. Oh yeah, they also don't have the slow. Alright, there we go. GG, well played. Yeah, they're really bad. They're really bad at chasing. So like, literally Way Watchers was the worst thing they could have run up against. It was good. It was actually surprisingly okay though. It was surprisingly not the worst. The Terracotta's got no value though. Holy crap, they both got kited into oblivion. Moonbird is way better. So Moonbird, honestly, I think in future, in the future, I will probably just run double Moonbird every battle. But it's an interesting start. The Sky Junk of all things. Sky Junk was Value City. We did brutalize his wild hunters pretty well too. You know what? I think it's not impossible. It's genuinely not impossible to make this work. Especially if I went for double Sky Junk and cut the Terracottas, we'd even be able to beat Wood Elves with this jank. I will have to be better on my Jade Shield though, because I did lose my Lord. Such is life. Such is life. But considering we ran into what is essentially a hard counter to us, I think we could totally cook with this, especially against some of the Chaos factions. Gotta get the Terracotta ROR. Yo, the worst part about these guys is their attack animation stops them in their tracks. So they're actually just incapable of chasing. Like, let me test here in a skirmish battle. Holy crap, just worked. So if we go here and go to Troll Country, they definitely need like infantry to just sit and fight on. So if I'm playing against Grand Cathay, right? And they have a Terracotta. So let's say it's at 48 speed, right? What's a unit that's slower than Terracottas? Okay, 30 speed. I really wonder if I can outpace a Terracotta with a 30 speed unit. If that's how it is, we just have to play around it. Why never run the Celestial General? Well, I needed a spellcaster that one. Not sure how to get the balloon bomb drop ability. I think that one you mostly have to you gotta just park it on a point and then try and get them to fight on it. So yeah, take a look at this Terracotta. He attacks, he stomps, and then he stops. That was a pretty good attack animation. There's another attack. You can see how like these guys are keeping away from it fairly well, right? Look at it. He has to run so far. He has to run so far just to get back into melee. So, and in this case, the AI is just glitching out. AI is glitching out real bad. But like, look at this, right? He's never going to catch a skirmisher. So the Terracottas, I shouldn't have sent them on the Waystalkers, despite having a lot of speed. That's purely to get from point A to point B, not as a means to chase down units. In fact, it's even kind of struggling there too. Dang. Okay, we'll get the win though. We'll get the next win. Yo, double Sky Junk though. Imagine if we won with double Sky Junk. All right, we gotta keep cooking. So I think depending on the faction, we'll either, if it's our if it's a ranged heavy faction, I'll just bring one Terracotta just to park it on the point and be a menace. That way I can actually capture it. I might... It combos so well with double sky junk. But then I don't get a moonbird. And like moonbirds are legit some of the hardest carries ever. So this is like the weird janky build. I think this would do really well versus chaos factions. Full flying army. Full flying army is not the greatest because a lot of spells are countering them right now. Wonder if quad crane gunner dumpsters the Way Watchers. Oh, with the vision that the sky junk gives? Absolutely, man. So the balloons do give you like a vision bonus, even though they don't really say it. They say forest spotting is plus 100%. I don't know what that means though. Regardless, anyone in range of a balloon gets spotted. So if you just bring that and then some crane gunners and don't get rushed down by cavalry, it's basically a free win. Yeah, arrows of Khorne can farm them real hard, it's true. Crow dudes give vision too, really? Oh, okay. Eyes of the Empress, visibility range, yeah. So Cathay's a really hard faction to stealth against. Okay, so maybe it was the crowmen that spotted them. It was probably the crowmen then, right? Not the skyjunks. I see, I see. Makes a lot more sense. Also, you can't arrows of Khorne to skyjunk. That is for sure. Legit, double skyjunk would be pretty scary. Assuming you can actually kill... If you can take out the range units, it's basically over. They buff the crow detection range even further. Oh, dang. Mega combo. What matchups would you bring Saytang? So, Saytang, he has his wind bow, which is pretty hype. Honestly, probably none. He's just too expensive, right? Like, would you rather have Saytang or Archaon the Everchosen, right? The difference is absurd. Though, he does have Master of the Stone Legions. So, one thing you can technically do with Saytang is you can give a... You can give a physical resist buff to constructs. Birds are elementals, not constructs. But you can put it on a Jade. Or Jet Lion, I guess. I don't know, man. I don't know. Yeah, he's kind of jank. Whoa, entire 4 leadership with Terracottas. Yeah, it's like literally Terracottas and the Lions, and that's it. Yeah, this guy costs as much as Archaon, kitted. It's pretty bonkers. Construct army challenge. You can run. You can literally only run 3 constructs, because each of them counts as a rare single entity. Jade Lions as a rare single entity is kind of weird to me, but so be it. You know, I think it's just a normal single entity. They're not that crazy. But so be it. You know, I think some units have been called rare single entities for less. But yeah, at most you're buffing 3 units with this. It'd be way better if it wasn't physical resist. If it was like ward save. They cause terror on release. They should have terror again. Still considering the Sentinel probably dies in a 1v1 against Empire Spearmen. So Sentinels are actually really good in melee. The DPS is just a little low, but otherwise they are quite good. Cathay doesn't have that much Jade, so they become rare. Or jet. They're also missing out on the jet. So this thing increases forest spotting of the crowmen. This one also increases forest spotting. So against any stealth factions, you should just run these guys. Honestly, I would like to see... I think... if we don't win today, I think the next build that I'm really interested in trying out is something like this. So this is the full, like, I'm gonna up trade so hard you don't even know what you're gonna do. Because Moonflare is actually one of the best abilities in the game. It's a 12 damage vortex for 10 seconds. That's crazy. And we know the Sky Junks, they almost always up trade. So all you really gotta do after is capture the points. All you gotta do is capture the points. You can even take a celestial. You can get the general going, right? Get a little general action. What's the strat today? We're going mostly terracottas. Or you go for the magistrate to kill furies with his mega kite of death on a sky lantern. So like this is the I'm just gonna raw up trade, screw you build. I would, you know what? Grand Cathay, we lost today. Alright, yeah. So just trying to farm defeats. This is legitimately really good. Moonbirds are really, really good, okay? Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. And then you have the magistrate and you got the balloon action. And then all you gotta do is actually secure points, which should be easy once everything's dead, right? Just go for the, you know, go for like the cav tide, right? Come on. Yeah, you go for like the mega cav tide. You get your, you can only take one crowman. It's fine though. These guys are basically the same as crowman, right? They give you in harmony. So you can skip out on the crowman. The air's full of these guys. And then you take like, geez. There's really not a lot left, is there? Well, you can take some range units. If they're really running out of units, you should be able to get some range dominance. Some infantry, right? Oh, it'd be so sick. There we go. But yeah, I am always surprised at how well the big balloon trades up every time. The Sky Junk is... it's like so close to being amazing. I almost like, so the problem with the Sky Junk is it's an independent tool that trades really well. But the rest of your army is going to suffer because you're missing out 1,500 gold worth of like units working together, right? You know, the Sky Junk can basically be ignored for the whole battle. And then your opponent's just fighting your way smaller army as they slowly take chip damage. Good start today, I see. It was against attack speed, Enjoyer. If I win my next 3, I do actually have a pretty decent chance of making it to the semifinals. There's not that many signups today. There's a decent amount, but I've made it through with worse. Conquer Turns tournament last night? Nope. If I did, I would not be playing Cathay.
What about a little challenge?
Okay.
Where you need to take the warp stone like Terracotta against a range faction during the tournament? Smirking face emoji.
Yo, I can do that. That's easy, man. That's easy. I can't remember a time when it wasn't Cathay. This is, I think, day 4 of Cathay. Or is this day 5? Is this actually day 5 of Cathay Madness? Hydralisk in skirmish AI versus AI. Maybe that's why no one joins. We're waiting for our next tournament match. What do you mean? I want random people joining. Reminds me of your Bretonnia challenge. It's the same idea. Oh boy, here we go. We're up against Adam TM. Okay. Not a terrible player. I should be able to do fine against him. Yo, yo. Alright, here we go. It's time. It's time. He already has a lobby. Beat me to it. Alright. I'm Grand Cathay. If I can win with one of these, if I can win even with one of these, he's Khorne. He's Khorne. Alright, here we go. Here we go, here we go. He's Khorne. He's Khorne. No, he's not a ranged faction, so the green terracotta is not worth, right? But Khorne absolutely gets cooked here. I think Khorne gets annihilated. Let's see here. The maps. All right, here we go. Imagine Hellforge Bellowers versus Green Giant. Sick. Anyways, we gotta take it against a proper ranged faction. So Khorne is only slightly problematic. You know what? Genuinely, this is actually this. Okay, actually, yeah. This is this could be hilarious, guys. This could be the most hilarious thing ever. So we do that, and then we have a bunch of this. I think actually Khorne gets a Recorino here. Or I lose immediately. It could go either way, really. Let's see here. What I really need? Crap. Darn, these single entity limits. Just let a man meme. Let's see here. You know what? Screw it. I don't need that. He wants to play Chateau. We're cursed to play Chateau Rockfort for the rest of the stream. Actually, maybe I should play on Bordello. I feel like this build's not the worst on Bordello. Chateau's kind of an awkward map for us, but anyways. Balloon and statue maxing. Make a no limits tournament. Would be such a cheese fest, I'm sure. Okay, so Khorne, known for their rather exquisite infantry. They surely stand no match against the might of Grand Cathay. This is a non-zero chance this actually does amazing against Khorne, but like I'm really questioning. I'm really questioning. I'm gonna channel my inner craft here. It's gonna be great. I really have no more access to mobility, do I? Wow. That's a whole lot of suck, ain't it? Just, my infantry suck. They're gonna die. Do I even take infantry then? Is it even worth it to run infantry if they're all just gonna die? Or do I just spam range instead? Maybe I just spam range instead. Alrighty. There we go. Alright. This build, if I win here, if I win right here, it will be the most... If I can win one of these games, I'm already ecstatic. Did you try the new Sword Master of the High Elves? I have not. I really want to play a faction other than Cathay at some point, but... Alright, here we go. Bring one Terracotta and unsummon as soon as the game starts, and they get better units. Oh my gosh. Yo, the last game my Terracottas got 300 value combined. It was so sad. Quad Way Watcher, man. Here we go. Today's a day. As long as if Attack Speed Enjoyer wins 4 games and we make it to semifinals, and then someone takes out Attack Speed Enjoyer, we legitimately have a decent chance. Do the Cathay challenge 1 day out of 2. Nah. I gotta maintain the knowledge that I learned from previous days. Oh, is he playing versus you? He's playing Quad Way Watcher, man. Imagine bringing 2 Terracottas against Quad Way Watcher. Demons only run? That's just Demons of Chaos, bro. You just want me to play Demons of Chaos. Only demons as a non-demon faction, though? That'd be insane. If everything goes right, we might have a chance. Yo, it's all fingers crossed for these guys. Sentinels versus Skaven, though. Yo, if they were mammoths, they would be so much better. It would be so much better as mammoths, I swear. Yeah, I should probably ban this map. You know, next round, I'm gonna ban Chateau. Who lured you into this challenge? It's chat. Mostly the meaty dangler on Twitch. But people have been asking for Sentinels for ages, man. Bloody ages. So we gotta find at least... If we can find even a couple matchups where they do well, it will save us a lot of trouble. So let's see. Let us see. Why ban this map? It's really hard for my balloons to get forward enough. It's just really far. Everything's super far. And like Cathay really prefers close quarters maps, so they can actually get onto points and such. Oh, the tourney win is Cathay? Or it started out with Karavthir. He stuck around in the tournament so that I could possibly get a win as a separate faction. But then I didn't qualify for the semifinals. So as recompense, I told him that I would win as Cathay for him. Now, Karavthir has long said that it's fine. I don't have to keep doing the challenge, but we're knee deep in it now. I gotta commit. And by committing, I mean literally not bringing magic. Ready, good luck, have fun. For the bit, I'm not gonna bring magic. So here's the thing. This guy has Kite of the Uttermost Airs. So if he gets baited into sending Furies against these guys, it's totally over, okay? If he brings Marauder Horsemen, they downtrade to balloons super hard. Now, Karavthir, I'm doing it. This has grown far larger out of proportion than either of us, okay? It has to be completed. You could have won as Slanesh already. I actually played at Slanesh and lost. The new meta has really thrown me in for a loop. So clearly Cathay is the way we gotta do. So the idea is he's gonna lose out on value so hard to the air balloons that he'll have no units left to kill the Terracottas. They capture the points, and then we win the game. He has a couple lose conditions here. If he sends Furies on these guys, he loses. If he sends Valkyria on them, I got Croman. So, like, even like Bloodthirsters and such, they're not gonna actually be able to kill the Air Force. The only way he can win, in my head, is if he goes for the capture points. If he can just secure the points and make sure that I can't retake them fast enough, because I really don't have that many units, then he wins. So that's why we have our Peasant Horseman start. He's in too deep. No healing, no magic, man. I don't need magic. So typically you'd run Final Transmutation, but I'm also running double Terracotta. And I think that's actually more important. Does Slaanesh suck now? No, I think Slaanesh, you know, I just gotta get used to like these new factions and how they play around them. So there he goes. It's a Chaos Warrior stack. Thankfully for me, he's played right into my hands. He's bringing in nerfed Skull Taker, and he has some Wrathmongers. Yeah, he's played directly into my hands now. So first things first, we gotta capture the points. He's not an especially fast faction, so point captures are gonna be my #1 prerogative. Then we're gonna park the balloons over here, and then they're gonna crush it. Miao Ying with Spell Lamp and Constructs. I would bring Miao Ying, but she really limits the number of single entities I can take. And I kind of need this for the Mortis to kill Furies and such. But here we go. So double Terracotta here can definitely hold the point for a long time. It's quite good. These are Marauders. Those are Chaos Warriors. We obviously want to brutalize the Chaos Warriors first and foremost. And of course, getting these points early on is super important. Maraud is going to be dodging while my balloons roll on forwards. I'm going to set up for that bomb drop. And it's all about securing the points. Bomb drop looking good.
We have a victory point. Keep it.
Pretty decent damage. Nothing too insane, but it's definitely a start. And then we just want to play around these balloons. So if he makes the big misplay, he's going to send his Furies onto my Lord here, and then he's going to lose all of them, because he has a Mortis engine that's actually more effective than any other Mortis engine in the game, but it only affects air units. So it's kind of janky in that sense. Okay, he knows what's up. He does pull away. All right, let's start shooting up them Chaos Warriors. And I got to make sure he just doesn't capture this point by bringing in all the cavalry. We'll have more bomb drops in a second here. That part's fine. Sending in the Furies. This is a great blob over here for my balloons to fire into. So we'll get a little bit of work done there. And with a little bit of Khorne action, he's probably going to lose all these Marauders, right? I don't think, yeah, they're not going to survive this. That's a great bomb dropping. Glorious, glorious bomb dropping. Then we start murdering Skull Taker. Very nice. Those are Marauders, so they do get cycle charge to death. Chaos Warriors are slightly spicier, but it'll be a pretty good start. He sees it. We're already up trading amazingly, right? Skull Taker ain't got no chance against these Terracottas, by the by. Terracottas are sick. All right, this is gonna brutalize them. Value trading's looking pretty good. I can even move my little Balloon Lord over here to Mortis engine the Furies a little bit. Are they taking the Mortis engine yet? Come on. Come on, Air Mortis. Not quite yet. Unfortunately, the balloons are kind of slow, but such is life. At the very least, it's a solid start so far. Value trading's going great. Skull Taker ain't got no chance against double Terracotta. He's just gonna die. It's a pretty good start overall. A little bit more cycle charging just to kill these guys. He's gonna send in the Blood Beasts. Fine by me. If we just retarget fire here, they will die. There's the Air Mortis. No, that's just demonic instability. Yeah, when does this thing trigger? If they're flying and in range. Okay. Well, regardless, I'd say it's going not bad. Like, he's losing a lot of units. He really is losing a lot of units here by just fighting the chunky Terracottas. Like, he really just has to capture the points at this point. Because, like, it's there's nothing you can do. Dude, he's actually getting wrecked. I've lost not a single unit that I've brought onto the battlefield so far. I can probably start bringing in the crossbows, too. There go his doggos. Nice. All right, yeah, now the Terracottas can start bullying here. I will say, though, the Wrathmongers are an issue. We will have to manage them. But now that we have a very big advantage in terms of value lead, now's the time we're gonna cook them up. Wrathmongers will die to the balloons, by the way, with enough focus fire. Like, the balloons do a lot of damage. Oh my god, massive route over there. Big ol' fat collapse on them. There we go. Wrathmongers are actually dying to the balloons. Hella value on the balloon squad. Sick. Okay, yeah, I definitely just need to get enough range here and then we're fine. Those Wrathmongers don't know what hit them. The damage may be slow, but it is getting there slowly but surely. He does finally bring in some horsemen. Okay. Hey, howdy, what's up? Yo, we're crushing Khorne with the Dread Terracotta balloon build. Literally no magic. Literally no magic. So Wrathmongers are really starting to suffer now. Half HP on the Wrathmongers is a rough time. Start bullying the Marauders. More crossbows. And then if I can just army wipe them, we're goodies. Terracottas can start going for the Skull Taker. That'll be nice. Okay, there we go. I will say the Wrathmongers are real tanky. They are definitely really tanky. Okay, there we go. Nice. That's a big old route. Thank you very much, balloons. He's skirmishing fairly well. But here we go. Big charge. Sadly, my crossbowmen suck at shooting. They just did not want to shoot the Wrathmongers. But otherwise, it's going not the worst. Let's get another crossbow in. There's no way you can rush a crossbow. It's not with this much cavalry. Okay, there we go. Terracotta versus Wrathmonger. A scary fight indeed. He brings in more Furies, surprisingly. Okay. He's really losing a lot of units there. I have a 5k value lead still. Man, these Terracottas trade slow though. Are you kidding me? Jeez Louise. They trade so slow. These guys have been working on the Skull Taker for ages. Okay, at least most of them are dead. I can start capturing this point. Bringing in the archers will be huge. Just for that little bit more ranged firepower. I swear, are these guys on skirmish mode? They're like pulling away right away. Crazy. Let's see here. Okay. These guys paid for themselves? One of them has.
One of your units has been destroyed.
One of them has. All right, there you go. Good job, balloons. They're really good at killing Marauder horsemen. Very, very good at that. These guys shooting? Holy crap, they're not shooting. The jank is real. The jank is very real. At least I have a million archers rolling on in. So it'd be way more sus if we captured the points earlier on. But you know what? If it works, it works. These guys got to back up. Overextended with them just a little bit. And at some point we probably want to consider desummoning these balloons, right? But as it stands right now, they're doing a good job. The Bloodwake Berserkers are almost dead. Let's go. Double Terracotta is still alive, so they still have maximum capture weight. That part's gonna help us out a lot. And then this guy, does it keep shooting even when they're... I think it does, right? Even though they're out of ammunition. They will, the little crane gunners on top, they will keep firing away. So that'll be a plus. Let's go ahead and get our second point now. I have all of my archers here. Very nice. Yo, this game must have felt terrible to play as Khorne.
Is set.
This must have felt terrible. Like, literally, there's just nothing you can do. The balloon march continues. There you go. Most of the flesh hounds are dead. I do wonder how, like, double bloodthirster does against this, but, like, who goes double bloodthirster versus Cathay, right? Alright, there we go. I can resummon my Crowman in a second, and he taps out.
Unending
Huzzah! It's healing good for sentinels? I don't know. I didn't need it. Alright. It's like slowly sliding down a cheese grater. This is nothing he could actually fight. And he was just slowly getting ground up by the balloon terracotta. They still had juice in them. Unfortunately, my Lord Magistrate got like no value, but he's there to kill Furies. Using debug camera, yep. These guys still got decent value, but still didn't do that great. Pretty funny. Oh man, yeah, that's so that's basically the anti-Slanesh build, but just against Khorne. What Khorne build could counter this? Maybe Bloodthirsters, but I think the Crowman would actually win it. I think the only way to win is to start with Vanguard and triple cap at the beginning. Because, and just don't take any fights. Because Cathay doesn't have any capture weight with this build. So, yeah. It's the same way I won as Slanesh. Valkia does not win versus Crowman. She would get mulched. Nor is her damage high enough to kill Skyjunks. Sentinels can be healed by Miao Ying. It's a good start. It's a good start. Double Terracotta does help with the capture weight, though, I must say. You can outweigh them, but you're going to need at least 2 units of infantry, and they're going to be getting hit up by the balloons 24/7. Surprisingly, not the worst. I think this is good versus like any Chaos faction that doesn't have ranged, like Norska, maybe Warriors of Chaos even, depending on how the Hell Cannon does. How does Tzeentch Flying do versus Skyjunks? So a Lord Magistrate, I'm pretty sure if we go to Troll Country, the Lord Magistrate, his AoE Mortis engine, I believe is so powerful. I believe it's so powerful that even if you play a Tzeentch and you just YOLO Doom Knights on them, they might actually die. We'll see though. I think the Magistrate dies first, but with a little bit of Crow, oh, I guess Crowmen don't do well. You need Longmas. Let's see. So let's say these guys fly on, and how quickly does that Mortis engine cook them? So you can see it's 25 to 50 damage a second. Yeah, it is actually rather painful. Like, so the funny thing about this is you can resummon the Lord Magistrate and probably uptrade versus these guys just by mortising them. They do win, but like literally with any amount of support, these guys will just die. So I'd say you gotta be a little wary as Tzeentch. You can't blue fire the Magistrate to death though. He doesn't have a lot of HP. He's just a big old blimp man. I think you can give him missile resist though. Is Mortis area large? It's decent, 55 meters. It doesn't seem to hit right away though. But yeah, you can get a missile block chance. You can get missile block chance 30. Does that work against Does that work against Tzeentch? Let me test it out. Let's see how much damage an overcast blue fire does. Yeah, if he brings change bringers, it's probably dead. But the balloons can do a little bit of hokey poke. Plus, you could probably send some chrome in, but I think Tzeentch, if they really want to win the air game, they can. I just don't know if they will. Okay, so this guy has a scaling missile block chance. There's a scaling missile block chance. It goes all the way up to 30%, along with a base missile resist. You're looking at an overcast blue fire doing that much damage. Yeah, he's still gonna die. He's still gonna die to Tzeentch. Little unfortunate, but so be it. Cooking up the Air Force build. Absolutely. We're trying to do Terracotta shenanigans though. I just feel like the Skyjunks are so good. Skyjunks almost consistently pay for themselves. Value-wise. Value-wise, they do. It's just like, I can't... Look, if Cathay had war wagons, I can't imagine how brutal it would be to fight against a war wagon Skyjunk. Like, you would just instantly die. Unfortunately, no. Cathay has nothing that combos with their balloons. Not a single thing. Unless we're talking double moon build, moonbird build. Does a regular like Sky Lantern work? Sky Lanterns are okay. They can pay for themselves, but they are slightly slower impact. They're less impactful than Skyjunks. Skyjunks are generally better. They also take up a single entity slot, which is the worst. Balloons combo with balloons. Yeah, but you can only take 3. Or wait, no, I think you can't go more, right? Yeah, you can go 4 balloons. You can go 4 balloons. If Cathay had a horse archer, they really should have a crossbow unit like the Dark Elves. Cause they got the crossbow tech. Right? They got the dual shot crossbow tech. Like, just put them on a horse. But yeah. Like, yeah, this would be so good for some factions. Like, I don't know, give it to Wood Elves, instant win. Can't believe you just beat Khorne with balloons, man. What is this? This is the new meta. The new meta. I beat Khorne with no magic, double balloon, double terracotta. If we have achieved one thing today, it is that. Especially, balloons are really good versus Khorne if they decide to go for the heavy armor build. Because they're so slow and they can't really maintain a lot of capture points. Then you just go max mobility and then it's great. I think Karavdir, if you do go a balloon build versus Khorne, you have to go cavalry. I don't think the infantry strat works for it. No magic, as if it would have helped. Well, Final Transmutation would have saved me if you brought double Bloodthirster. So, like, I really did want at least a little bit of magic, but yeah. Khorne would approve of the no magic part. I don't think he's a fan of getting shot for 10 minutes straight, though. That seems like a very non-Khornate thing. Are spells projectiles? They are. They can be missile resisted, but some abilities don't get blocked, however. So like shield block will not block anything that counts as like an artillery shot, for example. Like a cannonball is gonna go right through a shield. Are there any Cathay units you have not used in the last week? I've used the War Compass, I've used Fire Rain. I haven't used the non-ROR War Drum. I haven't used the Jet Lion. I don't know if I've used Jade Warrior Crossbow Shields. I think once. I have not used Grenadiers. Not a single time have I used Grenadiers. Or Felix or Gotrek. Wait, is that the new meta? Instead of going Terracottas, what if you go Gotrek and Felix as your capture weight? Cathay with Gotrek and Felix capture weight? Dude, no one runs Gotrek and Felix. But what if we do? I know Grenadiers got a buff. They're still not amazing. Their DPS is just not really high enough. Yo, Gotrek and Felix Terracotta combo? Helping Hand is only Lords and Heroes. I could feasibly do something like this, but then yeah, it eats up my single entities again, right? I can't even take a Lord. I got no single entities. Just bring Felix and an Alchemist. Felix and Alchemist? I just keep her on foot and they just sit on the point. If I can get a melee fight, the Terracottas are good. Can I do a Felix and like a Moonbird Astromancer and have it heal up? Technically, Felix and Saytang the Watcher combos, because Felix has the Blood Oath. So that means Saytang can actually get 0.2 healing per second. As it compared to Terracotta, just slightly lower melee attack is all. Costs 400 gold more, but he heals. Felix and Saytang. Match made in heaven. How'd the Terracotta get value in that match? Well, he did send the Skull Taker on the Terracottas. That was a big misplay. Skirmish Max Bretonnia. Skirmish Tonya is not the worst. Surprisingly not the worst. You know, I'm kind of interested in the Felix Saytang combo. I did get a donation to run the Green Giant versus a ranged faction. I just have to find a ranged faction to play against. If we don't, I'll just oh god, it's boss toss. Yo yo, I'm Grand Cathay. Hi elves. Oh baby, baby. Yo, this is it. This is it, guys. I'm up against Boss Toss. He would never predict the Green Giant. Okay, alright. So, high elves. High elves, high elves, high elves. Let's see here. Last time Charix went for max White Lion, just armor spam. His charge animations are super good, Saytang. Okay, nice. He wants to play border low. Okay. Border low landing. Felix learning how to heal constructs. Okay, so magic wise, actually, how do I want to do this? So Eltharion the Grim is going to be an issue. The Grim. But I can take this. That's a plus. Eltharion. Guess I'll do this. Take some of these. If this works, I will be very surprised. Surprised I shall be. Yeah, so I go a bunch of those. And then what's the general high elf late game summon? It's just gonna be cav spam, right? I think that's typically what they're going to go for as their like safety, as their rough safety net. So I can kind of work around that. Punish them for it. Seems like a good build to me. One of the best things about this build is that people don't expect it. Although from me they might, and if they look at my YouTube channel they will know. God. Yeah, if I win this one, if I beat Boss Toss's high elves, okay? Like, sure, we can cheese Khorne, but if we can cheese the high elves of all factions, that would be amazing. Now, I'm not gonna say that we're gonna absolutely win this. There's always a chance we get mega screwed. But let's take a look. Long mid up. Double green giant. The mega plays. Okay, so I did bring the green giant and I did bring double balloon. So here's the idea this time around, okay? All right. So double green giant, if he tries to push in and shoot my balloons, the green giant's aura, it's not to protect himself, it's to protect the balloons. So he can force any archers away. Why against high elves? Dude, no. There's no way. Dude, you can't even kill these things. They have 80 armor. They are actually indestructible. He bought Teclis with a net and Flock of Doom. I love how Flock of Doom is still seeing play. Alright, here we go. So he only has 8 units. I'm hoping it's all Sword Masters and then he dies. Best case scenario, he only has Sword Masters. So he does have Teclis's healing item. Oh, jeez. Hello, skirmishers. Thankfully, we can spot them. Does he know we can spot them? Oh, he's got a full kite. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Let's see here. Whoops. We get him. Okay, so he's gone full kite. I can manage this. I can manage this. These guys are chump change. This is gonna get blasted. He's really peppering up my horsemen though. But full kite can only get so much work done. Here you go. He doesn't have a lot of defense for them, but he does have a Teclis net. Yes. So I gotta be super careful about that. Oh dang, he nets my Terracottas. Kind of insane. I'll take it though. The damage does not do a lot. He's not gonna get a lot of damage in on the Terracottas, that's for sure. Plus my balloons are sick. They do not give a crap about his little puny archers here. And the Terracottas, he's in missile reflect range. Oh my god, I got the missile reflect off. Huge. All right, here we go. And then we use these guys to just pummel his poor cavalry. And And there we go. That's pretty good damage, Versal. And then Zhao just needs to land and escape. There you go. Pretty good route. Pretty good route. I've caught one of his skirmishers. It's a solid start. In the meantime, we're gonna need to get our horses to recapture the point. Very weird builds on both sides, I must say. Very strange builds indeed. Woo! Fly, Zhao, fly! Alright, there we go. In general, my mobility core is strong here. Double Terracotta is a menace. And then if I transform Zhao, should be able to save him a little bit of trouble. Can I get a shot off on these silver helms while he's not paying attention? Looks like decent damage. He's honestly not hurting the Terracottas. It's a plus, and value trading is in my favor. So you know what? Maybe it's not too bad. Look at these guys. They're cooking it up. Alright, come on, balloons. They gotta get closer to get more deeps in on them. Unfortunately. I might be able to kill Teclis here. They're certainly killing a lot of his fools. Big old Terracotta smash on the Teclis. He is not very happy about that. Terracotta animations are certainly helping too. And that is a second capture point. Very nice. Can we get some silver helms while we're here? Oh man. Alright, here we go. Terracottas, go. I just gotta keep bullying his silver helms, I think. So we just keep barraging them, right? He doesn't have enough ammunition to kill my balloons anymore. It's a pretty good volley overall. And one thing we can do is... yeah. Oh, crap. No, what? What do you mean? Oh, that's such a ripoff. Alright, well, we've been ripped off. I have lost my final transmutation. Because it did not target Teclis. Must have been a pixel away or something. That's real rough. That's very rough. Well, at least I still have a double cap. The throws! I should just cast it on ground, man. I can distract his archers for a little bit at least. And we can just shoot into the silver helms. From the flank. Get some cavalry. It's just a final transmutation. It's fine. But a single final transportation is whatevs. Alright, get them balloons. I think he's trying to get on the point. Oh, he netted my crowman. Okay. Come on, give the attack command. Come on, give it. Get dodged, son. Alright, so we successfully dodged by landing him. The pro landing tech. It's amazing. And second volley doesn't do that much damage. Okay, you know what? Honestly, not the worst. Considering he had to use a net for that, I'll take it. In the meantime, these balloons are just having the time of their lives. They're having a great time. He still hasn't captured this point. Double Terracotta is going to be able to terror out a lot of these guys. Probably will be able to re-secure capture weight. No, it looks like he has just enough dudes. He knows he can't outtrade the balloons. Right? He knows he can't outtrade the balloons, and he's basically stuck with he's stuck with trying to win on points. So that's what he's doing. Okay, here we go. Crowmen are coming on in. Looks like he's yeah, just shooting at my cav. That's okay. Minute dodge gets another net. They're reloading though, so I don't actually have to worry too much. I just need to wait for that next volley. There we go. We're doing a great job stalling out his shots here. And then the great thing about these guys is that they can shoot into any blob that the Terracotta makes. It's very nice indeed. Whoop! Fly! Fly, you fools! They're doing the best. This is just reverse. So a couple Jade Lancers can handle them, no problem. There you go, big routes, big routes. Jade Lancers are in on his boys. Green Giant has refused to die, by the way. Can I just mention that the Green Giant is an absolute Chad? Okay, I'm gonna need more capture weight here though, because he is bringing in a second unit of cavalry. But we have done a pretty good job at taking care of these guys. I'll get that final transmutation finally on Teclis. Kind of sucks that it was this late, but so be it. And we do secure our back point. Glorious. Value trading's going great. I don't have to worry about value trading. I just have to worry about capture points. But he's rapidly running out of units right now. Zhao Ming's a beast. He's a beast. And these balloons do not care about anything. The Terracottas are nigh indestructible. I just have to recapture the point. I'm a little worried about the recapture. Because he is actually holding on to this fairly well. But I do still have time. And more Jade Lancers will absolutely get the job done. I got the crew. We got the whole crew over here. Putting in work. Did my game just crash? No, come on, man. Where's with the game crash to 24/7? All right, well, we totally had that, right? It was 10,000 to 6,000 value. Oh, come on. Dude, I hate this, man. No. God dang it. Verify files, maybe? I guess. People have been reporting crashes recently. Dude, what the crap? I was gonna win that. I was totally gonna win that. He had nothing. Just start watching my videos. You got crazy skills. Thank you. Comes with many years of playing. All right, I'm gonna verify the files real quick. All right, let's see. I'm gonna ask Boss Toss his thoughts on the situation. Yeah, the Sentinels were putting in work. He had literally nothing that could kill anything. I just had to capture the point. What the crap? Okay, he says I can have it. Okay, all right. Well, we take an unceremonious win. It did work. It did work. He did not have enough DACA to kill the balloons. I think we were on our way to winning. But, man, I really would have wanted to carry out that game. Good guy Boss Toss, though. Yeah. Oh my gosh. This is why if our opponent crashes, we gotta be nice to them too, by the way. Oh my gosh. Okay. Files are verifying while we wait for the next round. It does mean we are 2-1 though. It does mean that the balloon build does actually cook. We did bring the green giant. I did have 4k value and yeah, I was only 300 points behind. Like, I think most people would say we had a pretty good lead there. I just needed to re-secure the point. But he was really running out of damage, right? Like, there's nothing he could really do to kill anything. Can't believe it. Dude, Karavthir. Double balloon, double terracotta is the way. Man, I want to know how much value they got. I wonder if the replay saved on my end. Probably not, but we'll see. If it did, we can check the value on them. Thank you very much, Boss Toss, by the way. Everyone, never disrespect boss toss ever again. Balloons are like... Yeah, they definitely got insane value. Because they kill the skirmish cavalry like no one's business, right? The green giant reflected a total of 2 volleys. Ah, hell yeah. So, like, the balloons only need to kill, like, 3 units of cavalry. Each. Like, if they kill 4 units of silver helms, they've paid for themselves. And the constant poke damage from the crane gunners and then the barrages on them, I feel like that mostly got them there. What do you mean again? We never did? Okay, yeah, that's also true. I don't think anyone's ever BM boss toss. Boss toss has always been a very good sport. Okay, I think files are validated. Here we go. Here we go. Let's see, do I have the replay? Yeah, I don't have the replay. I'm gonna ask Boss Toss if he has it, so I can send it to CA, to the Assembly of Creatives. Also, yeah, honestly, I feel like my chat is pretty civilized. You guys are great. The only person you ever BM is me, and usually when I deserve it. Or it's you know, just some good-hearted fun. So this build is really good if they don't have enough armor piercing and not enough range units. I think a lot of people will go for melee rushes into Cathay, and I think this works out. Civilized, chat. It's really weird. It's a skew build, but it counters other skew builds. So, kind of works. Okay, nice. Boss Toss sent the replay. I'm going to give that to a bug report to CA. Thank you very much, Boss Toss. Let's see here. New post. This game crashed for me. Opponent sent a replay. Hope. All right. Thank you very much, Boss Toss. Hopefully that's helpful. Perfect spin means perfect build. Yo, even with the whiffed final transmutation too, have the sentinels been doing? So far they have hit twice. So against Khorne they didn't die because the melee of Khorne couldn't chunk through them. They went for mostly holding infantry, which is good against other Cathay builds, but they didn't have DPS, so they died. They also beat high elves because shadow warriors don't have the AP to punch through them, and their damage was split between sky junks and the terracottas. But they did lose to quad Weight Watcher. Who would have guessed? Overall, though, it's been going. It has been going. In the name of in the wise words of Obi-Wan, you will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. Are you talking about the Terracotta? This is not villainy. These are the heroes. These are the heroes of the world. But yeah, it's kind of like armor maxing in a weird way. Armor maxing with single entities. It's just, they're just really trying to figure out how to make sky junks work. That's really all this is. Khorne, Warriors of Chaos, and Nurgle are the best for the giants. They're pretty good for the capture weight. They stick around for a long time. But they are really good versus armored infantry. So against like Warriors of Khorne, they will grind them. They don't have stopping power, but they have the DPS to like just chunk them out. We want to play League of Legends. Yeah, it's... I don't know how it would work in like a more normal build, but with the sky junks, it like kind of combos. Kind of combos. Next time versus Wood Elves, 2 balloons, Saytang and Felix. I feel like honestly okay, well I still have to kill the Weight Watchers though, right? They're just gonna shoot me to bits. Yeah, probably 1 Terracotta is enough. And then that way you can just take like way more cavalry. If I do face Wood Elves again, I'm probably gonna get like 1,000,000 cavalry. And then try and like rush down the Weight Watchers. Oh, definitely. This loses to main tied with archers, but who goes up against Cathay and they're like, you know, it'd be really good versus a lot of armored infantry and Jade Warriors that trade up against Chaff. Let's go Chaff and non-armor piercing ranged. So that definitely helps a lot. I'm also really wondering if a Moonbird could cook here. Because Terracottas have a really good way of blobbing up units around them. And the Moonbird is really good at breaking up those blobs. Combine them together, it's amazing. You could even go for... oh no, yeah, they count as big single entities, so you can't go for that many. I feel like double Moonbird Terracotta is not the worst, though. Especially if you could Moonbird, like, the Weight Watchers. And then, yeah, then you only get the 1 Sky Junk, though. 1 Sky Junk's a little rough, but, yeah. Yeah, get people to start second-guessing Cathay. So the big problem here is I do have to figure out the Lord situation. It's very hard keeping her safe to stuff like Arrows of Kronos. Even if you do run Jade Shield, you're still gonna get hit by Arrows of Kronos. Alternatively, you take her on foot, and then she loses all battlefield presence. But if you do take her on foot, she's relatively cheap. So it's not the end of the world. Take her on foot with Jade Shield. Does Wanbo get his execution ability in multiplayer? He does, he does. It's rather short range though, and people in multiplayer know how to play keep away. Do Moonbirds hit their targets though? Moonbirds are actually pretty good right now. Just from Moonflare. So each Moonflare can get you about 400 gold value. If you do it right. You cast 3 of those, that's 1,200 value. Then they just need to do a little bit of melee damage and it's done. Green Giant to reflect the Arrows of Kronos. It does actually reflect spells. It's hilarious. It's just its aura sucks. The Green Giant shouldn't be an aura. It should be a targeted ability where you select a unit and that unit just can't shoot anymore until the Green Giant dies. The thing costs 1,900, right? Make it have an effect that is worth 1,900. And, you know, make the ability have a range of like 100 meters, you know? Just bring missile mirror. The range, the way stalkers are gonna be stealthed, man. I think they can fire the arrows of Khorne off before I can even missile mirror them, because it takes 3 seconds to wind up. Yeah, missile mirror has never been like, it's never been effective in multiplayer. I don't think I've ever seen a missile reflectability do anything in multiplayer. Can it reflect doom bolts? Alright, let's see. Let's see. Now I gotta know. So, can the green giant reflect doom bolts? I'm pretty sure it can't, but if it does, that would be hilarious. See ya, Decay. Peace, peace. Make them pay for bringing range. It's paper hammer. It's paper hammer. Missile mirror does not make them pay for bringing range. Let's see here. All right. It must be known. So she is under the effect of the green giant. Presumably. And no. It does not work. To show that it does work for spells, we'll bring in the Amber Spear. So I'm pretty sure. I don't know if they have to be a ranged unit for this to work. It only affects them if they're missile units? Ah, crap. That means this might not work. It only works versus Tzeentch casters that are missile units. What a ripoff, man. Dude, this sucks, man. Why did CA have to make the coolest things suck? Oh my god. It only affects range units. It only works with Tzeentch casters that have a range attack. Oh my gosh. Saytang and the green giant of the mega plays. This is why Doombolt is OP. Yeah, I know. I can't believe they hard counted the green giant like that. And Vampire Coast with pistols. Oh yeah, yeah. So Vampire Coast with pistols, gaze them to gas would get reflected. Yeah, so the caster has to have a range attack, and they need to be within 55 meters of the green giant, and only then and only then will it work. Okay, so as it stands currently, we are in 6th place. So that's reason to believe that as long as I win the next match, I will be able to make it to the semifinals. Although attack speed and Jorah dropped the game. Ripperino. But yeah, so there are 6 people competing with me. So 3 of them will be able to get to 3 wins. Which means that if my opponent points aren't high enough, we might barely not make it. We'll have to see. If I match against attack speed and Jorah, we're screwed. Oh, actually, no. Attack speed and Jorah has a lot of opponent points, so knocking him out would actually help me quite a bit. But then he won't give me opponent points. Really screws up the tiebreaker. The missile mirror, it should be AoE if overcast. Yeah, that'd be sick. There's so many ways they could buff it. At least they got started. They buffed. It's like they made it cost 33% less Winds of Magic. There's almost nothing you can change by 33% and have it still suck. Like, look at Doombolt, right? They gave Doombolt. Actually, they gave Doombolt a pretty massive buff, didn't they? Yeah, they gave Doombolt like 50% more damage. Yo, who did that, man? Who looked at Doombolt and is like, you know what? Let's give it 50% more damage. They buffed Doombolt as much as Missile Mirror. Doombolt became meta. Missile Mirror is still Missile Mirror. Any chance of you ever bringing a general on a lion? If you watch tomorrow, I'll probably try that out. I think general on a lion is just probably one of the more meta lords because that leadership debuff and removing ITP is just so good. The apprehensive about making it good because it's so weird and different from everything else, and only one faction has access to it, really. I'm like, over Doombolt. Only like 2 factions of the game can cast Doombolt. So I don't know about that, man. I don't know. And even if it is too good, it's like a really cool spell to be too good, you know? Like, worst case, the multiplayer scene will ban it, right? You swear the general on the line gets into the sky faster than any other unit after landing? Might be a hitbox thing. But yeah, I don't know. There's so many of these that like nobody's looking at right now. Like 1 less Winds of Magic on Mantle of Gorok. Like no one's running Wild Tide. No one's running Devolve, like Braze Scream. They did update some of these to be a bit better. Like Pestilent Breath is a good deal cheaper and all that, right? But like, I don't know why they're not like, I don't know why they don't look at like Blessed with Filth. Like Blessed with Filth, it should give them like an armor reduction imbuement, you know? Kind of like, Blessed with Filth should give the same effect as Weeping Blade. And make it cost a little bit more, you know? Or like something like that. Maybe not like Weeping Blade specifically, but like, I don't know, just give it something cool, man. I don't know why they keep like paying attention to these, you know. I guess like they did buff the Withering. You know, they did touch up on a lot of spells. I just don't think they went far enough. Or give it Cloud of Flies, or yeah, just give it like a little bit of extra oomph. The Green Giant is at least immune to Angels of Decay. How much range do the Angels have? Angels of Decay have 70 range. They might be able to outrange the Green Giant. Green Giant doesn't move very quickly, so if you just park right outside of its aura. Should I test it? Should I test it? I guess you can't camp directly on top. So I'm not gonna say it's useless versus the Angels of Decay. See how many people have 2 wins? Yeah, still 6 people at 2 wins. Killian and Rusto are fighting though. And they both have 1 win. So we're actually competing against 7 people. It's a little awkward. Okay, so let's say I just no-brain it and I just right-click the Green Giant. Yeah, no, I don't think they counter. I don't think it counters the Angels of Decay. A lot of their shots miss though, so it does really hurt their accuracy. How close can they get? Okay, now it's reflecting. I guess they do. I know. I give it an okay. It's okay against the Angels of Decay. Because at max range, it's just so inaccurate. But they do kill the Green Giant eventually. Yeah, it's close. It's close whether or not they're in the AoE or not. I give it a hard maybe. With attack animations, it probably works okay. It's close enough where even the slightest nudge forwards and the Angels of Decay reflect into themselves. So not the worst. I do wonder how we kill those guys. Do I have to just go long my rider, righteous lances? Yeah, it's a little bit of a micro tax. It's a bit of a positioning tax. I think the biggest benefit is the positioning tax. They really get screwed over by the positioning tax. All right, here we go. I'm hoping we match up into somebody with more opponent points than us, because right now my opponent points is at 2. Which is terrible. Crap. Boss toss dropped. Boss toss dropped. No. I'm probably not going to have enough opponent points then, right? Dang. Yo, that's rough. Well, we'll see if we can make it. I just need some upsets. Like, I need attack speed enjoyer, Lemur's Bane, Pontim's Claw to screw up really hard. The thing is, if attack speed matches into Lemur's Bane and Pontim's matches into Jacker's Skins, we're just done for. Can you missile mirror the dwarf blimp to death with Green Giant? I don't know, man. Oh, okay, we have our opponent. Okay, we did match into Jacker Skins. Yo. He's 1 higher than me. So Lemur's Bane and Pontim's Claw. Lemur's Bane match into attack speed enjoyer, and Pontim's Claw match into Stegodon with Snipe. So if Stegodon with Snipe beats Pontim's Claw, and I beat Jacker Skins, we have a chance. Okay, alright. Fingers crossed this works. Technically, Bilious Thundergruff is the Green Giant. He was the OG, right? The OG Green Giant. What Jacker Skins is playing SFT Declaration. He's playing Chaos Dwarves. He's playing Chaos Dwarves. Chowie. Ooh, Boss Toss is hosting another tournament in 2.5 hours. I have to edit though. It's been so long since I put a video up. Still waiting on my opponent. Hey, maybe he just has to drop, you know? Maybe he will drop and then we get a free win and then we easy peasy lemon squeezy, we make it. Yeah, I need Lemur's Bane and Pontim's Claw to lose. Dang, that's rough. That's a rough one indeed. Okay, let's see if we can beat the Chaos Dwarves, though. So, Chowie. How did we beat Chaos Dwarves? So they got guns, man. They got guns. Okay, no, I have a sick play. Yeah. I got a sick play. We'll be fine. Bands border low. So what shall be the map? Good thing we just tested something out that screws over range units. Not the giant. Honestly, sky junks would be not the worst. Let's see here. I do actually have a pretty funny build. So yeah, I can go with this. Take that. Take that. And then I just have a little bit of money left to get me one of money wise, it's not really lining up super well. This is okay. Okay, so he bans Norskin Rise. Interesting. Alright, alright. Yo, if I go 3-1 today as Cathay, that's already a great achievement, considering we're doing Terracotta memes. Okay, Norskin Rise. So, no Norskin Rise or Bordello or Twilight or Chateau. So that means the map is gonna be Atsushi Castle. It's always Atsushi Castle. Alright. Let's do it. It's a Felix Saytang build. Let's go. Felix Saytang is hilarious. I don't know if it's what I want to go for, though. Alright, so let's take a look-see. I'll play another Yuan Bo campaign. Hell yeah. And then we take one of these. So trains are gonna be an issue, right? I totally have the answer for trains, though. Trains a chump change. Mega chump change here. Your army exceeds unit caps. Oh, what a ripoff! It's because of this. Dang, that's a huge ripoff. What am I supposed to do now then? I guess I could do this. Yeah, I guess I can do this. It's not the best, but I think it gets there. Or I just do this. You know what? Sure. This is a little mini consolation prize for me. Grenades source the green giant. Sickest play. Okay. Okie dokie. I have a funny build. We have a funny man build. This will go great. I am sure of it. Let's see here. One of those, one of these. All right. All right, give it to me, Chaos Dwarves. I don't even know if I'm making it to semifinals, but such is life. If we don't win today, tomorrow is full Sweat Lord day, okay? Tomorrow, absolutely, I'm gonna go full Sweat Lord with everything we've learned. And just go for like some crazy double Moonbird shenanigans. If you were to paint an old Warhammer army, money no object, what would you paint? Dwarves? I've always had a special place in my heart. And also not too complicated to paint. Just get a lot of metal paint, basically. Free-ranged buff. Shotgun Dowie engineer in campaign would shoot itself. Ah, hell yeah. We can counter shotguns. Looking forward to watching you sweat, dude. The super hardcore Cathay. I think you do have to play the faction differently against basically everyone. You kind of have to. If you don't, you end up running into a lot of issues. But definitely against chaos factions, they have a lot of teeth with the double sky junk. And definitely against a lot of ranged factions. Like, we beat Daniken's Dark Elves with Cathay. You can play a really mean defensive style Cathay by using their artillery to your advantage. I do need to make sure that I get good maps, but absolutely it is possible. How hot is it where I'm living right now? Quite hot. Okay, so this is gonna be a fat rush. That's the weird thing about this build today. Ready? Good luck, have fun. This is a big ol' fat rush build. I got a summon, I got Talons of the Night, so I can absolutely use all the magic I need to when the fighting gets hot. And then we're just gonna run them over. Yep, double death streak and an infernal guard. So yeah, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. We can absolutely, positively rush him down with the double giant. They're just gonna beeline straight to those teeny tiny artillery pieces like it ain't a problem. He does have Astrogoth, but nothing good on him really. So if I just get some Crowmen in here, some sick Crowmen, and then we just get on in there, we should be good. So there goes, firing at the first Terracotta. The damage, he don't care. Doesn't even slow down, man. The slow march of the Terracotta is coming. So I need to use the Moonbird to disrupt the Fire Glaives, and then I gotta use the Terracotta to get the big dive rush on. As you can see, he's getting into position.
We have a victory point. Keep it from the foe.
Is he gonna try and shoot at the Moonbird or the Terracottas? You only have one option, sir. You only have one option? So it looks like he is going to try and shoot the Terracotta. This will hurt his guys quite a bit. And he is actually going to move them forwards, which is a rather big misplay, I'd say. Here we go. Dude, the march of the Terracotta. Moonbird has fire resist, so it actually doesn't take a lot of damage here. Here you go. And just like that, they are shut down. Wondrous. Very, very wondrous. You're gonna see some bull centaurs in here. It's not a big deal. We do know that they die to this situation. Okay. There's the bomb drop. There we go. Then we summon our ancestral warriors over here, and then we bring in these guys. Then I think he's dead, right? Assuming these guys can actually fight, which is still yet to be decided. Ancestral warriors at least chunk these bull centaurs like no one's business. Big fat charge over there. Terracottas, they are cooking. They are cooking decently. He's got that reflect going. All right, bull centaurs get routed. That's good. Okay, so it's just Astrogoth versus the Terracotta. How does that pan out? I guess we will see. The artillery is absolutely down though. His mobility is absolutely suffering. And we do have some little spooky guys here. Unfortunately, one Terracotta will probably die, but he's really stung to run out of you. This is actually kind of a sick rush. Is it the best build in the world? Can it be hard countered? Absolutely. Yeah, I love the fire weakness though. Dude, that spell's not gonna do anything. All right, here we go. So bomb drop away on them. So there go the infernal fire guard. Let's get a bit of a rear charge, and then I'm gonna get a giant AoE on all of these laborers. And then I should be good. Actually, I don't have to do that. Yo, dude, this rush is sick though. Yo, the Terracotta lives! And the Terracotta lives.
One of your units has been destroyed.
The green giant dodged a point blank shot. Hell yeah. Yo, he can bully the Castellans. He can straight up bully the Castellans. Ooh, that's a nasty one. That's a nasty AoE. Did you see that? Jeez. All right. Well, goodbye, hobgoblins. This guy, he's sticking around. 500 HP. Let's go. What a Chad. Dude, Chaos Dwarves getting way too comfy with their artillery maxing builds. They don't know the fear of being rushed just yet. Throws down another little fire ability there. Whatevs, man. Dude, it's over. You're out of units, good sir. Oh man, dude, what a sick rush. Sick rush. This guy's still killing Astrogoth. He doesn't give a crap. Still has 500 HP. Astrogoth is dying. Moonbird survives. He does rally his artillery piece, but whatever. Does rally the other artillery piece, dang. It's fine. This guy has missile resist. He's never gonna die. Very nice. There we go. And as long as I just keep spamming horsemen here, we should be able to capture all the points. But yeah. Good stuff. Oh, he did kill the Terracotta though. Sad times indeed. Oh, no, it lived. It did live. It just wasn't chasing Astrogoth for whatever reason. All right, I'll take it. These guys will die to Ancestral Warriors, by the way. Pretty sure they have magic attacks, which will help out a lot. There we go. One Castellan is dead. There we go. Artillery's gone, and these guys, they do have magic attacks. Sick. Holy crap, it's gonna live. Yes. Terracotta power for the win. All right, there we go here, and then it's over. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Local statue too angry to die. Dude, he's still sticking with it, man. 500. He hasn't taken damage since I checked on his HP. He's just been grinding like a mad lad. Dude, the Ancestral Warrior summon too. Amazing stuff. Fortunately, I don't have much to do with the Moonbird. Does it do magic damage? It does. It also does fire damage, but we'll pretend it doesn't. There's a triple cap. And Astrogoth is gone. Then some Orc Laborers plonk down. Let's not throw the game. Let's not waste magic. Cathay Fireborn go down to just a basic spell. Pretty amazing. There goes the castle, and he's gone. And yeah. Absolute annihilation on the Chaos Dwarf front. Astrogoth is gone, man. He's gone. I can't believe it. The Terracotta rush to kill the double artillery actually may be good. I will say though, starting with the artillery is just always foolhardy. If you ever spend more than 2,000 gold on your range, you are always prone to just getting rushed to death. Is my word of advice. So now all we gotta hope for is that we get enough opponent points. So that was Grandest Cathay versus Chaos Dwarves. We are raking in the Cathay wins today. 75% win rate. And people say you can't win with Cathay. Okay. As soon as people catch on to these shenanigans though, there's no way, right? So Danican and Sarikar are fighting, so they're definitely making it to top 2. Let's take a look at the value. 1,000, 750. Moonbird, 1,500. Yeah, double Moonbird every game is just... I just have to do it. Because it also gives harmony bonuses. Moonbird, I think the buffs to Moonbirds will actually be the big game changer. We just have to... we just have to get really good at getting those vortexes off. Moonbirds, yeah, it's... They've consistently paid for themselves. And I've only been running one. Imagine what we could do with two. Along with also just being fairly good fighters. They can snipe lords and such. So, okay. If we had to construct a legit Cathay build, right? For tomorrow. Because there's no way we're winning today's tournament. Who knows? Maybe I get lucky and we make it to semis. Maybe someone has to drop out. We'll see. I think you always start with the double Moonbird. They're just significantly better than everything else. And then you go for a Celestial General. You could take a Celestial Lion. What's the big difference? This guy has Brass Cleaver. So if you compare it to a normal Celestial Lion, this bad boy does not have magic damage, has way less leadership and less damage, but it's gonna cost 400 gold cheaper. Interesting. However, these ladies don't have the best magic. I think what you really want is Final Transmutation. Can't go wrong with a little bit of Final Transmutation action. Slow and 4 Crane Gunners. Sadly, that's just a little bit too expensive. Yeah, Moonbirds are sick, man. The Moonbirds are amazing. So Brass Cleaver will be good. And I'll take the Celestial Sweep, although... if you land one good Celestial Sweep, it's worth it. This is a really nice mobility start. But you're going to want to... Like, let's say they're going for a range build, right? So they can ward off your single entities with the range units. What are you to do then? You can skirmish by just spamming Final Transmutation. Make it all bird themed. Let's see. Probably not. Probably not. Although the double Sky Junk. So double Sky Junk is just such a menace to deal with. Unfortunately, I can only take one because we have hit our single entity cap. But yeah, these are like all these units uptrade so well. And then after you've uptraded, and since you need to buy time, you should start with the Peasant Horsemen to capture early on. So you have 2 Crowmen, and then you have this. And there's just a little bit of money left. After you uptrade significantly, I think the best thing to do is to probably spam ranged. After all the annoying guys are dead, then your ranged have basically free reign. So then you go for Jade Warrior crossbows and Peasant Archers, I guess, right? And these guys, you can summon in early once you feel like you can actually defend them. I think this is a weird build, but I think it cooks really hard. Good evening, Kos. I think this is as close to the full Sweat Lord as we can do. Attack speed, Enjoyer beat Lemur's Bane. Okay. That's good, that's good. So, let's take a look. I am currently in 4th place. At 3 wins. And 5 opponent points. So, Lemur's Bane did not make it. Killian, however, and Broccoli Fangirl. If Broccoli Fangirl beats Killian, Killian does not make it to semifinals. We beat Jackerskins, and then it's Pontim's Claw. Pontim's Claw is against Stegodon with Snipe. If Stegodon with Snipe beats Pontim's Claw, it's going to be really close, opponent points wise. And then maybe we're good. This is for tomorrow. This is not for today. Today's gonna be a short stream. I really gotta get that editing done. It's been too long since we put a video out. Far too long. When you take a sky junk, you're immediately in your opponent's head. Yo, if you use all the ammunition and desummon it, it's a net 750 gold value. And this type of composition doesn't get hurt by the fact that they don't have support because they're fast enough to avoid everything. Hey, people work for 8 hours, man. Although this is public speaking. And the rest of my work is like editing. Yo, the 7-hour stream though, back in the day, a 7-hour stream was a medium stream and a 10-hour stream was a long stream for me. We were rocking 10-hour streams 24/7. Eat that, Thunder Barges. Thunder Barge. I don't know why the Thunder... I guess it's just so expensive compared to Sky Junks, right? We go back to Terracotta Sentinel and win with it. Yeah, get that meme with the curve. Hey, Shogunite, thank you very much for the $10.
Are you interested in Zero Space at all? I'd love to see you get some gameplay in on it.
I would say I am mildly interested in Zero Space, but not as much as like any other RTS. If any RTS starts picking up, I would totally start covering it. I might dabble in Zero Space. Right now, the one that I have in my backlog is Mechabellum. I own Mechabellum. I just need to do a stream where I play it. So I've been keeping that on the back burner. But yeah, I would love to see a big ol' RTS take off, man. As fun as Warhammer is, it's not the most balanced. There's no real ladder for it. You just have to host tournaments. So it's a pretty small scene. Viewership is still good though. Like Warhammer viewership is great. You get a lot of people from the campaign side of things that just enjoy watching multiplayer. It's great. But yeah. Also, yeah, people tend to overcommit against Cathay. The moment they start like countering the balloons is when I can start going back to the normal builds. So worst case scenario, right? If I can just make every match a coin flip. Let's say every match becomes a coin flip, right? That means that there's actually a pretty decent chance that Cathay makes it. What's the win rate right now on Total Tavern? Stats. Grand Cathay is now at a 45% win rate. If I keep playing Cathay, I could get them pretty high up. Technically, if I only play Cathay, we could make them look like they're one of the most OP factions in the game. But as soon as I win a tournament with them, I think we'll be moving on to something else. Yeah, well, honestly, if Creative Assembly just keeps updating the multiplayer stuff, like everyone gets so excited, you know? Every time like Greasus gets a cool buff or there's a spell that might be insane, right? There's always a huge spike of people that are just like, hey, I heard this got buffed. Is that gonna work? So like legitimately, if CA just updates multiplayer and shakes up the meta every 2 months, I'd be fine, man. Everything would be great. Ooh, you just like me because I'm a fine entertainer? Classic. Are we talking second monitor background noise? That's where I thrive, man. Second monitor background noise is what we need. That's how you make it big in this industry. The best Greasus buff was a 200 speed bug. At 200 speed, was Greasus good in multiplayer? I never really got to try him out. Okay, how's the bracket shaping up? So 2 more people need to finish their match. Pontim's Claw and Stegodon with Sniper still fighting. It might be doomed regardless, but I'm holding out hope. That's what I use you for? Beautiful. True Anticity fans put me on the third monitor. I thought it was 400. I'm sure it capped out though, right? Mega speed greases. There's no way it would. No way. Yeah, I think Pontum's Claw and Stegodon with Snipe, whoever wins, they're probably going to have more opponent points than me. With Stegodon with Snipe, maybe cutting it really close. I might play a tiebreaker against Stegodon with Snipe, and then it's not the worst thing in the world. Man, yo, it sucks so much not having the Swiss points. In my future tournaments, because they go by so quickly, I might just have tiebreak, like, you know, screw the opponent points and just let people do tiebreakers. You know, they just have to fight it out if they're at the same Swiss points. Because, you know, we've optimized the tournament so much just by making them SFTs and pre-selected maps. I feel like that would be fine. Yeah, why is your second monitor off? Crazy. I'm rocking the triple monitor setup. So I have my streaming data over here on this side. I have my game on the center monitor, and then I have chat on this one. It's a vertical monitor, so in the middle, the vertical monitor is split into 3 sections. One is all my chats with my friends on like Facebook, Instagram. That's where they hang out. The middle is where I have Twitch and YouTube chat, and then the bottom is where I have Discord to manage things. We got monitors everywhere. Oh my goodness. Which chat gets more love? Shogun Knight, I'm pretty sure you know which chat gets more love. Don't make me say it in front of Twitch chat, man. They've already been hurt enough. Do your friends watch your streams? They pop in every once in a while to say hi. Oh, hell yeah. Stegodon with Snipe actually won. And we're tied. Holy crap. As long as... Okay, wait. Stegodon with Snipe. He lost a boss toss. Broccoli, Fangirl, Adam, TM. So Danican and Serica shouldn't affect Stegodon with Snipe's opponent points. And that means we can actually make it to semifinals. But I have to win an extra Cathay game. Shouldn't be a problem. We've been crushing it. You have me on the 4th monitor above your main one? Dang. Yo, it'd be hype having more monitors. At this point, though, I feel like 3 is about the limit of usefulness for me. If you program, though, oh my gosh, 1,000,000 monitors help so much. If I ever get back into software development, all the monitors. Playing a Cathay campaign while having me on the 2nd monitor, hell yeah. Twitch chat is on your phone, isn't it? It's technically more to the right than YouTube chat is. So when I'm looking at the game, it's easier to see messages that pop up on YouTube than it is on Twitch. You want to see the setup? I would, but it's way too sus. Also, like, I just gotta clean my table and everything. Screw that business. Oh, yo, I got a ring light recently, by the way, guys. Look at this. Boom. Oh, yeah. Look at this. Ring light action. Where do I put it? Can I put it here? Does it work? Ah, it's bright. Is it useful? Oh, it gets brighter. If it's, I don't know. Maybe if I ever put my face on thumbnails. Danican and Serica still fighting it. Yo, all the laptop enjoyers, people who just have the one laptop and that's their monitor, I don't know how they do it. How do you even exist? We got a lot of people playing Cathay. I wonder if if me playing Cathay has had any significant uptick in the number of Cathay campaigns being played compared to the overall player base. If people generally don't play Cathay, it might. You know, maybe we had a very mild blip. And Creative Assembly will be like, wow, people are really interested in Cathay. Little do they know, it's just me. Inspiring people to do stuff. Yo, if you do play Cathay though, run the Great Moonbird, man. The moment you figure out how to get those vortexes down is the moment these guys start dominating, man. Look at this. This is one of the best vortex spells in the game. It's 12 damage, 50% armor piercing. Compare that to Pit of Shades. You basically get 45 winds of magic worth of value by bringing the Great Moonbird, right? If you compare it to Pit of Shades, it's just Pit of Shades. It's literally Pit of Shades. The radius is 15 meters. This one's slightly smaller, but you get 3 casts of it. Like, that's crazy. Do they have a delay on cast? They do. So it's like a 1-second delay, but it actually lets you reposition the Moonbird over the unit that you want to hit with the Moonflare ability. So it's kind of sick. Yeah, it's even more armor piercing than Pit of Shades. Like, the radius difference is huge. But the damage is massive, right? You catch it on cavalry, you just get deleted, man. Yeah, full 120% damage amp. So like you can that's why that's how I killed the Infernal Guard so easily. I just flew over them and moonflared them. So with 2 of these guys, you can just kill anything. They insta route Noblar pigback riders. It's so sick, man. Okay, Danican and Serica are still fighting it. Top 4 is basically decided though. And it looks like it's gonna be Danican, Attack Speed Enjoyer, Serica, and myself. It's literally just the Arcane Phoenix ability. I should run Arcane Phoenixes more. Let's take a look-see. Okay, so Arcane Phoenixes do cost more, the better statted. Ember Storm is, yeah, exactly the same. But that's the thing though, right? So you're running a mini Arcane Phoenix to spam Ember Storm, but it costs 350 gold less. Like, come on, man. Dude, there's no way we don't win with this build. Tomorrow, like 100% this build will cook. I'm just gonna become the best Grand Cathay player ever. Only Grand Cathay. Recently came back to Total War. Cool to see you're going strong. Hey, happy to have you here. Yo, that 1 to 2 year break though, that was a long one. With the Prime sub too, thank you, man. Much appreciated. It helps a lot. It really does. It's pretty nice. With the recent spike in viewership and the new videos, I've been pretty stable lately. I'm actually making about as much money as the peak that I was making back in the day. So like prime Anticity, when I was like making a bunch of quick tip videos and just dishing them out, we are making almost as much as back then. So if I keep growing, it's like we're set for life, man. It's over. It's over. YouTube for life. Is Dark Age Rush or you better at Cathay currently? I'm not sure. I haven't really seen Dark Age Rush play a lot of Cathay, so hard to tell. But most of the insights I've gotten have been from Dark Age Rush, so I don't know, man. Anticity Prime. Danican and Serica are done. Come on, fingers crossed. Give me that tiebreaker. Yes! Yes! If I win the next 3 games, people, we will be making history this day. All I gotta do is win the next 3 games. That's all I gotta do. I might do one Terracotta double Moonbird. Just a better player in general. That's mostly just because of the hours I put in though, right? I don't think anyone except for maybe Charix grinds tournaments so frequently and for so long. So the thing is, right? Players will have instances where they really get a bunch of free time and they grind super hard for like a 1 month period. They're really good at sprinting and then they'll tend to get better than me. But the reason why we win the Total Tavern Grand Finals is because usually after that big sprint, they kind of peter out. They don't practice for a little while. And I'm still just going, you know, we're doing the marathon strat. And that generally helps me catch up a little bit. Alright, looks like Stegadon. Me versus Stegadon with Snipe. Oh, he just die rolled it? Holy crap. He flipped a coin. Holy crap, there was a 50-50 on whether or not I'd make it. But alright, I guess it comes down to... Alright, well, I guess I'm advancing. Holy crap, well that was terrifying. Okay, that means I only have to win 2 games now. If I win 2 games with Cathay, we make history. And turtle. Oh man. Alright, well, such is life. Maybe Serica just wants to get the Entity done. And he messages the top 4. And it appears we're up against Danican. Yo, yo. I'm Grand Cathay. Okay, alright. So I gotta really figure out the maps then. He's playing Bretonnia. Okay. History is in the process of being made this day, people. So he's playing Bretonnia. So Twilight Forest is just a janky map. It's just a janky map, kind of big. Atsushi Castle, Border Low Landing is fine. Chateau Roquefort. Dude, these are like the biggest maps ever. Norskin Rise might be an okay map for me to keep around, actually. And Twilight and Atsushi. And then play on Roquefort. Oh wait, no, I only have to ban 1. Chateau de Roquefort. Okay, you know what? I'll ban Atsushi. Ban Atsushi. Oh, it's Atsuchi, not Chi. Whoopsies. It's fine though. Alright, if I can beat Danican. Danican has a 80% win rate over me over these last few games, but we'll see how this goes. I'm terrified. Bretonnia versus Cathay. Generally, Cathay has an advantage here, so that's a plus. Lots of halberds makes life rough. Green Giant for the win. Don't think the Green Giant will do well. Most Terracottas will have a hard time because they're gonna have a strong lord to cycle charge. But maybe one terracotta. Maybe one. Just one terracotta. You got this? I am legally required to bring a terracotta. Go big or go home. You know, if I want to win, just save it for tomorrow, right? But there's always a chance that they just like don't expect it and they get screwed over. I'm not gonna go double though. Double is just asking to get cycle charged by Alberic. All right, here we go. Let's start constructing. Let's start constructing this madness. Bretonnia. Iron Hill Gunners any good? Nope. Bans Norskin Rise and Chateau. Okay. Border low landing it is. Border low landing's a good one for us. Man, my eyes are getting dry. So... okay, let's take a look-see at my options here. So... what magic do I want against Bretonnia? I'm sure Ancestral Warriors are fine. They did pretty well for me last time, but I gotta kill peasants, right? Peasant archers and the like. Redeem the hydrate, thank you. For the eyes. You know, I tested Stone Ground stance on Terracottas. It doesn't help them push through Crypt Horrors. It's so sad. You can get them to like 30,000 mass, but Crypt Horrors still just stand their ground against them. Bretonnia. This seems like a decent loadout to me. And yeah, okay, you know what? This is actually not the worst build I've ever run in my entire life. I would say this is... it's still pretty bad. It's still pretty bad, but this is legitimately not too bad. Okay, no, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. What am I saying? I'm just filling space with words now. This is a bad build, but there's always a chance. Always a chance here. We won the first coin flip getting into the semifinals. I think we could totally win a second coin flip build wise, and then we just gotta win one more coin flip in the finals, and then it's over. If we're up against Attack Speed Enjoyer, I know what we gotta do. He's been in chat, so he kind of knows. He kind of knows what's gonna go down, but let's see. I probably want this unit. Definitely want this one. There he is, Danakane, with the Bretonians. God, there he is. So the big problem here is Bretonian cavalry. They do not give a crap about my Jade Lancers. Unfortunately for me, Jade Lancers are garbage versus Bretonian cavalry spam. It does not mean that we do not have options though. And this will be a decent start. Cross your fingers with me, chat. Cross your fingers. This is it. We either win a hero or die a hero. I will not be a villain this day. Attack Speed Enjoyer, please let Ent win with the Green Giant. Oh boy, here we go. Searing Doom, maybe. It doesn't look like Cathay is that bad just from watching this stream. First time chatter. So here's the thing, right? Any faction, even the worst faction in the game, can get wins if your opponent makes a misplay. Either their build is significantly weaker against yours, or they throw their lord. You can always pull out a win if you play it perfectly. So we've been really lucky today. I think it's to say it's pretty safe to say we've been pretty lucky outside of the Waywatcher, the quad Waywatcher situation. And like Cathay is playable. So like if I was up against, you know, just like a mid-tier player, right? We can probably get a pretty nice win rate with Cathay. But we're in the semifinals now. So I would say to you, get ready for Cathay to look bad. Although who knows, man? I've been cooking for the past week. Very good if your opponent goes AFK, yeah. Very good if you can find out where they live, punch them in the face. The greatest compliment you can give to Cathay is it's playable. Probably, yeah. Although, who knows, man? Double Moonbird meta could potentially get it done. I think the Moonbird is a really high skill cap unit. Like, they push the skill ceiling of Cathay enough where if you just play like a god, you might be able to beat someone with the normal build. Just like an average build. So your average, like, you know, I'm gonna spam infantry. You might be able to do it. Moonbird is just a worse Phoenix. It's a cheaper Phoenix, alright? Just because it's from Walmart doesn't mean we don't shop at Walmart. Remember, quantity has a quality. Or, yeah, quantity has a quality all on its own. Something like that. I'm messing up the quote. What's the quote? Has a... Or is it just quantity has a quality of its own? Anyways. So it should be fine. What are Cathay's hard counters? Well, let's take a look-see. I think most of the time, Grand Cathay... Let's just open this up. So... Jeez. 0% versus Beastmen, Ogres, Slanesh, Tomb Kings, Chaos Demons, Vampire Coast. Lost most of Dark Elves, Warriors of Chaos, Wood Elves, Chaos Dwarves. Kislev seems like a terrible matchup though, now that I've actually played it. I think any faction with a good amount of armor piercing and decently fast units will do well. So I do have a balloon. And we do have some horsemen. Horsemen are amazing. They're gonna be able to capture these here points. Same with the Terracotta. Ready, good luck, have fun. And the idea that we're going for here is I'm gonna Dragon's Breath all of his archers. And then he's gonna be stuck with the ground game and then we win. This is a weird build. It's definitely a weird build. Terracotta is... Okay, nice. So he brought a Blessed Field Trebuchet. That's already a fairly big loss for my opponent. And he has Lewin. King Louis and some mounted yeoman archers. Okay. This is about as perfect as it can possibly go for us. It does not get better than this. So we must hope that everything pans out well here and then we win. Blessed Field Trebuchets are just a bunch of nothing burgers. And these little guys over here, they're gonna be cooking it up super hard. Ho! Okay, Lewin. Ah! Okay, Lewin's kind of spicy. Kind of spicing up my lord. Come on, come on. Yeah, there we go. Hit number 1. And hit number 2. Okay, pretty good deeps. Pretty good deeps as a starter. Terracotta's chilling on the point. Doesn't give a crap. I can't just terror out these Bretonnian archers. That's what I'm saying about these optimized starts. Lewin's gonna be trying to kill the balloon, but that is just a waste of time, really. And I can escort these first couple archers off the battlefield. It's a good start. It's a good start. Lewin's actually taking a decent amount of damage. My lord is not taking a lot of damage. Yeah, I don't know, man. King Louis is suffering. Is that a lightning bolt? Just chucked a lightning bolt at my face. Oh, what are those? Pegasus Knights. Okay. Well, that's going to be a little bit of a separate issue. Let's do that. Louis is doing his best, but he is actually taking rather huge amounts of damage right now. Gotta flee with the Moonbird. You can land and then give an attack command and they'll come back up into the air. It's a very nice way of keeping them alive. Okay, so far it's looking decent. And we have our halberds moving on over there. So if I use the Moonbirds effectively, they can kill off these foot squires and maybe I can capture that point. We're just playing for raw value right now. Lewin did have to disengage there, which is definitely a plus. And Pegasus Knights can't possibly be that terrifying. Not when we got Moonbirds around here. He is pushing up though. Okay, so Moonbird versus Foot Squires. We'll see how that goes. Lewin at least is definitely suffering. And I do have a Terracotta. I totally forgot that I just have a Terracotta chilling. As long as this thing doesn't die, it's going to be pretty rough for him. He does get a route. Ooh, that's a huge hit. That's a pretty massive hit. Okay. It's a start. It's a start. Moonbird has deleted the Foot Squires. And then we give these guys some ward save so they don't die. We have a whack a load of dudes incoming. A little bit of infantry and whatnot. Some halberds. They're doing great. And he is forced to retreat. How marvelous. Okay, next up, bomb drops, I believe, are underway. Let's get that going. Pretty good deeps overall. My lord could definitely get a little bit of working on those basic archers, why don't we? And while he has secured the point, it's not a very clear securing of the point. So that's gonna be a pretty nice breath attack. Should just delete those guys off the battlefield. Unfortunately, my crowmen do die, but -1 archer is a plus. We can start cycle charging here. Moonbird can help out in this situation. It is a harmonizer unit. Okay. I don't like this big grind though, right? We don't really do that well in the giant grind, so I'm just gonna disengage. Give the Moonbird a little bit of a buff. And then hopefully we can kill off these Foot Squires. We're making big plays here. We're making big plays. The balloon continues to pepper away. And the Moonbird is looking for a little bit of murdering. So there we go. That should hurt him pretty bad. There's our questing knights though. I don't like that very much. We're going to pull away from them. But the Moonbird has done some pretty good damage. Terracotta is still alive. And I should be able to kill off those archers now. Very nice. Unfortunately, he still has a lot of capture points. I'm gonna need some more halberds here, right? And we're gonna need to get more Moonbird damage, most likely. Lord at least is doing fine. The questing knights, okay, yeah. They ain't doing too much. Moonbird might even be able to win that fight over there. What are these? More questing knights? Okay. Could probably get work done there. He's probably gonna kill the balloon though, but it's a start. Pretty good AoE on the questing knights. Okay. Terracotta's doing his best. And it seems like the vortex did okay damage. Nothing too crazy. Of course, the Terracotta is gonna have to continue to cook. He is taking a lot of damage though. I don't know, man. This is definitely getting a little more on the sus side. Moonbird is out of juice. Does whiff a lightning bolt, thank goodness. And I do kill off his questings. That's pretty fun. All right, Terracotta, this one's on you. I think this one's gonna be entirely on that Terracotta there. Questing Knights should be no issue mostly. Especially with the Moonbird on him. But the Terracotta, I will have to give it a bit of a buff. He will need a little bit of love. Come on, here we go. Get that Jade Shield going. He's chucking rocks my way. Alright. Kind of spooky. And yeah, he's really hunkering down to defend that point. I think we give up on it now. Keep the harmony bonuses, but bring the peasant horseman over here, because I really would much rather get this point instead. So we'll just kill off all of those dudes. Do you have another Moonbird? We do. We have a Moonbird over here. You can provide a little bit of a bonus. Most of these guys should back up at least. But we have a Lord in here. We have a Moonbird with the giant AoE coming down in but a second. And we have this one that can swoop on in to offer support. So if we can actually secure this, it ain't too bad. There's are more questing knights though. But it looks like the Terracotta is doing fine. I might even be able to bait out a big ol' fat charge on my Lord here. Yep, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Because that means my Moonbird is going to be able to get a giant AoE. Should stagger them. There you go. Cav charge away. Let's get our core here. And I just need my Lord to live. There's a pretty solid AoE. Lewin's definitely looking a little worse for wear now. And I will be able to probably capture the point. We have a lot of dudes. He's just gonna chuck out a rogue thunderbolt. Not a big deal. Come on. Come on, where's my Lord at? Okay, she does live, but he does look like he will be able to hold on to the point. However, Lewin's looking a bit rough. Jade Shield's gonna be able to help out, and I do have Khorne in here. And the Halberd spam will definitely be able to get a lot of work done. I just really hope I can capture this point. Looks like Lewin does manage to escape too. A little rough, a little rough. Halberds are here. Let's see here. Let's desummon you guys. I do have a Khorne bomb I can probably get in. I think I'll chuck it on these guys. It's close. It's very close. Come on, come on. Okay, Khorne bomb should kill them. Lewin's suffering. Terracotta definitely held on for a long time, but now we're in the stage of the battle where we're just kind of grinding up against them, right? If the double Moonbirds kill them, we're set though. If the double Moonbirds can kill big old Louis. It's a big ask though, right? But his leadership is wavering. One Moonbird will probably go down though. It means we will be able to resummon it though. It's gonna be very sus. It's gonna be very sus. With more armor coming in, it's not the end of the world. These guys can move on into. Come on, Louis. Go down, baby. It's really all hands on deck to kill Lewin now. Everyone is coming on in. If I can capture this soon, it'll be great. But the capture process is slow, man. And he's gonna get more infantry in. At this point, I think I just need capture weight, right? I don't want this to come down to a triple cap situation. Lewin's looking rough, though. He's looking real rough. Oh, come on, Louis. Come on, you know you want to die. Come on, Lewin's chump change, man. Yes. All right, so Lewin's dead. It's a start. It's a start. All right. Moonbird is going to be my source of terror. We're going to see if we can use these halberds to their maximum advantage here. So Celestials are in. They do have massive capture weight. And we can potentially get a Moonbird in. Holy crap, he leaves. He leaves. He leaves. I thought he had a chance still, but apparently not him. I guess without Lewin, it's going to be pretty rough regardless. And he can't kill the Celestials. GG, well played. Oh! I guess the Celestial Dragon Guard were gonna be invincible, right? And he would never take the point back. That's surprising, though. You would just be Danican with Cathay again. Oh, the Dread Terracotta Double Moonbird. That's our second win versus Danican in a row. Let's go. Come on. Come on, history. Give me that history. I'm shaking, man. I'm actually shaking. Grand Cathay versus Bretonnia. Okay, it's either Attack Speed Enjoyer or Serika. Just reinforcing your suspicion. Dude, Double Moonbird is where it's at. Also, the balloon baited Lewin into taking 1,000,000 damage that he shouldn't have. You guys were right. The balloon, it like muddles their mind. They don't know what to do when they see the balloon. Was the secret just not 3 spellcasters this whole time? It might have been. Oh man, dude, Moonbirds are sick though. Holy crap, that Vortex is actually the MVP of Grand Cathay. My lord got Mega Valley just pecking Lewin for the entire battle. And then it was just a late game Jade Warrior spam. Balloon meta! Balloon meta! The French mind cannot comprehend the power of balloons. Come on, man. This is the closest I've ever been to getting a Cathay win. And it's with Terracotta Balloon. The early triple cap, by the way, is super important. Without these peasant horsemen capturing at the beginning, we get screwed over so hard. I've hired paid actors to lose to him for entertainment. Oh my god. We'll title this one Grand Cathay, huh? Can't put a question mark in, but this will do. Don't throw the finals. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna make you proud, Karavthir. I'm gonna, you know, at this point, I'm so good with Cathay. I might just keep playing them. Maybe not right away, but like legitimately, these Moonbirds are insane. I've never been able to get so much value off a single entity outside of Frostworms. But like this Moonflare ability, man. Straight up, you get 6 Pits of Shades. Kill all the cavalry. Like those questing knights really did die to Moonflare. Stockholm effect. Just let me carry the win rate. Holy crap. Nah, this is what I'm comfortable with, guys. Trust me. You know, I've lived with it so long. Maybe it's better on the other side, but this is like a known evil, you know? I know what this suffering is. Outside, I don't know what it's gonna be. So let's just stick with Grand Cathay. Oh man. You know, I know how to manage Cathay. I don't know how to manage the outside world. Let's see, what other red flag lines can I dredge up here? Alright, let me get some water. Phoenixes are actually overpriced Moonbirds. It's decided. Oh, God, 4-1 is Grand Cathay. The Sentinel scaring them from engaging on the middle point was my MVP. All right. Man. Honestly, I really love the Moonbirds. If I ever play High Elves, I'm totally gonna run Arcane Phoenixes. It's really nice just picking a unit and being like, how do I squeeze the maximum amount of value out of this bad boy? Okay, we did just get news. Danican did have something to do. Usually I don't take Danican as a guy that leaves early. But yeah, he did have something to do, but he felt like he was starting to fall pretty behind with like the Lewin probably. I think we had the match, so I don't think he like left super prematurely. Like he probably could have scrapped it out and tried to abuse the super crappy Cathay late game. But no Lewin is like really rough. Plus I have an Arcane Phoenix still and my Lord. I'll take it. A W is a W. If he really had to go, right, he would have left earlier when it was still pretty undecided. But come on, we killed Louis. This is when the match fixing scandals come in. Now he's coping. We had a pretty good we had a pretty good lead though. It was great lead. It was a great lead. What faction are you gonna suffer with next after this? I don't feel like returning to Skaven. I want to like get good at the actual good factions. Maybe do a Empire and like showcase something cool. Like instead of going for this, right? Empire, but we showcase the land ship. I'm pretty sure we can quickly get a tournament win. With the only restriction being I'm running the Wonder of the Age. People haven't really been using it lately, but I feel like it has to still be good. At 2,500, it's quite expensive, but it's essentially a mega war wagon. Lots of ammunition, and it's a pretty brutal chariot too. It also explodes when it dies. Oh no, it's just an ability you can use? Hard to tell. It says it's a passive. It doesn't say it triggers on death though. I feel like this is probably just when it dies. I don't remember it having an ability. But yeah, we'll try it out. Tzeentch, please. Yeah, I just gotta like pick a unit and go hang with it. Tzeentch has been looking quite strong recently. So we can probably meme a bit there too. But yeah, I feel like Chad ship is a nice one to start off with. Here's the thing though, right? We're already talking about what we're gonna do after we win with Cathay. We haven't won with Cathay yet, guys. Yo, yo. I'm Grand Cathay. You? Question mark. We're up against Serica, the host of the tournament. The final boss. Can it be done? He's playing Vampire Coast. Okay, all right. I think we can beat a Vampire Coast. He beat Wood Elves with them though, which is spooky. He bans Norskin Rise. So, do I want to play Coast on a big map or a small? I think big maps are better, right? So we'll ban Bordelot Landing. And then what? Twilight Forest? Yeah. Bordelot, Border, and Twilight Forest. So we're gonna get a pretty big map against them. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. I'm pulling out all the stops. Bloat max till tournament win. Yo, this is crazy. So he wants to play Atsushi Castle. Oh boy. Oh boy, here we go. Bloat max incoming. You think he's really gonna bloat max here? There's no way. Ain't no way. Okay, so it's been so long since I played against Vampire Coast. It's been millennia. But if we do this just right, we should be able to pull out a victory. Vampire Coast are the ultimate in stuff you up capabilities forever. Thankfully, you can kill off Moringles and such with a swift cavalry charge. They have doggos and whatnot. A lot of annoying stuff for Vampire Coast. But in general, Cathay should be able to army wipe them. Big emphasis on should though. Big fat emphasis on should. There is the possibility that he takes a bunch of sirens. So I will need to be ready to deal with that. Let's see here. There's the mass gun line types of play styles. There's Moringles, there's animated Hulk rushes. All can be pretty painful, but in theory, I should be able to handle this. God, this is terrifying though. The final boss is Vampire Coast, guys. Oh, jeez. All right. I think I have a pretty decent build, at least. A pretty decent build. We just have to see what he decides to bring. Oh, boy. Come on. This is the closest we've been. This is the closest we've been to a Grand Cathay win, and it's been with Terracotta Sentinels literally every game. There's no way. There's no way, man. Isn't Vampire Coast your main faction? It used to be, back in Warhammer 2. Nowadays, though, not anymore. I never really learned how to play them in Domination. Real interested to see what he decides to go for. Real interested. Do I second guess myself? Do I second guess this build? Should probably do this, right? Just slightly safer. Just a little bit safer. God. This is nerve-wracking, man. This is nerve-wracking. Alright, here we go. I'm ready. Never second guess. This at least is not a bad second guess. Yeah, everything is basically the same. Maybe he's feeling bloated. Think he's a little bloated. And nowadays, Cathay's my main. My favorite faction is Slaanesh. I love speed demons. You got it? Oh boy. It's spicy indeed. Vampire Coast Infantry got significantly cheaper lately. Really depends on what build he decides to go for. Speed demons, 100%. All right. Trying to go through all the possibilities. This will be like he's probably gonna have to bring a skew build to beat Grand Cathay. And that might make him walk into some bad situations. Oh my gosh. Cacao, my bad. He's taking a sweet time building. You think he's gonna run Aranessa? Didn't Aranessa get a buff? Isn't her like knockdown chance way lower or something? The Dread Aranessa buff. How many Moringulls do you think he's gonna have? I feel like Moringulls die so quickly to cavalry charges. I really am not a big fan of them, but it's kind of the only thing Vampire Coast has outside of animated Hulks. So you do tend to see them a lot, but at quite an expensive price, they can be pretty sus. Opponent goes to bathroom. Entity, what could he be planning? Nah, he's sweating, man. The longer it takes him, the more he's sweating. Oh god, he readied up. Alright, here we go, people. So I have a Terracotta. I have just the one Terracotta. Alright, he says, let's see how this goes. He might have a wacko build. We both might have wacko builds. Here we go. Gotta hydrate my eyeballs. Terracotta against Coast. Here we go. Lucky Terracotta. So here's the idea. If he goes for big crabs, the Terracotta should be able to kill crabs. The end. It's that simple. The Terracotta kills crabs, it'll be great. We got the double moon bird. And then we have a balloon still. The balloon has not failed me yet. The balloon will cook. It's gonna value trade and there's basically nothing you can do about it. Ready. He has 8 units though. So the Terracotta should actually have targets. It's good, it's good. And there you go, he readies up. And he has... Okay. Okay, it's Rotting Promethean. It's just a Rotting Promethean build. So he still has some units that are hidden away somewhere. But it's 4 of these dudes to start off. So generally speaking, some guns would probably be smart. And then we just have to avoid them and make sure that they don't kill me, right? But okay, he has a Moringal Haunter. Wowza. And some more Moringulls over here. Lots of Moringulls. Okay. Interesting. Well, the balloon's gonna cook him up pretty hard. Over on the flank, a little Haunter's not a big deal. Double Moonbird can definitely get a lot working. And we're gonna get our first capture point. He doesn't get that one. That's good. Let's get some crowmen in here. And then we can pick our first good fight. This should be pretty brutal for him, right? Getting a little bit of lag. I think we're fine. The Aranessa, though. The Aranessa is insane. Okay, there we go. So Cav charge. Then we go here. Moonbird's just going to go right for him. And then we're just going to land. I really want to get these guys killed at the very beginning. It'll be just such a massive dub that it'll just hard carry us to victory, right? So he's gonna try and get a purple sun on my birds. We won't let that happen. Good dodge, good dodge. Good dodges are good. And that's already one of them dead. Purple sun wears off. Let's go. That's pretty huge, actually. And now he's summoning in the doggos. But Terracotta's angry, and he's gonna be marching on in soon enough. And this is where this little secret weapon. I suspected he might have actually gone for something like this. So we are actually we were fairly ready for it. Halberds are gonna destroy those Rotting Prometheans. They will do great against them. And there goes his Haunter. There's a little bit of a bomb dropping over there. Pretty good damage. And the Terracotta's in. Looks like he is losing most of those dudes. Very nice. Let's get a big old charge on those guys over there. We'll get another crossbow. It'll be great. There you go. Doggos are going down. There goes that dude. Honestly, this is looking pretty good. I think he overcooked. I think we let our opponent overcook. Terracotta actually ended up being perfect for this situation. The balloon does give a leadership debuff, by the way. So it will be helping out there. Look at these halberds, man. Dude, these halberds are doing so well. The Terracotta doesn't give a crap. His fleet admiral's dying. Oh my god. Yo. I think we did it. I think it's over, man. There's like nothing he can do now. I have another ancestral warrior. I knew he was gonna go for crabs, man. I knew. I'm a vampire coast main, or at least I was a vampire coast main. When in doubt, the first instinct to go for is for crabs. Absolutely. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Jade Lancer charge over there will do great. Hey, I can use that bomb drop ability. And then I get a another ancestral warrior summon. He'll do amazing. Terracotta is not doing that well, sadly, but everything else is doing great. There we go. Get a little bit of a Lord snipe. Yo, the balloon giving harmony so hype. Balloon harmony for the win. Go, crossbows are doing great. And then we snipe off this character over here, so then there is no more crazy magic. And then I should be fine. Oh crap, I didn't capture the point. Get the point. And I think we killed off his yeah, we killed off his caster. His magic is no more. The balloon's going ham. Couple doggos, whatevs. I just gotta crumble these guys away and then we're fine. Has the Terracotta done anything? 700 value. You know what? Terracotta did not do bad. Considering the circumstances, it was not terrible.
Unending glory is yours.
Yes. And just like that, we win. With the silliest Cathay, with the silliest Cathay hard counter build you've ever seen. Freedom! Easier than bretonnia. Well, would you ever go back if you have this? Yo, Karaf there, I hope I made you proud. Distraction Terracotta composition. Dude, the balloon got 900 value. Dude, the balloon is actually just always worth. Are you kidding me? Who needs Slanesh when you have sentinels? Anticity OP, please nerf. Yo! Holy crap, it doesn't even feel like I won with Cathay. Like, yeah, my opponents didn't bring the best builds against us, but I think the build is so dumb. Literally, no one is ready for it. Like, no one has practiced against this. Their mind is not wired to know what to do against it. So, like, you just start pulling wins out of your butt because it's dumb. Second winner, no balls. Oh my gosh, told you sentinels would get it done. Okay, let's be real here. The moonbirds were the real MVPs, but it's actually like a legit build. Because the balloon gets you value, the birds get you value, and then you capture the points, and then the Terracotta just kind of sits there and grinds and punishes them for not having enough armor piercing. Oh man, that's dumb. That's really dumb. Well, we had a lot of ranged in reserve in case he had more infantry. I really wonder if the moonbirds would have been enough to kill off the if he brought halberd spam, I don't know. But I guess there you go. What would this build be weak against? Just capturing all the points and bringing in a lot of single entities. Legit though, moonbirds. Would highly recommend. Losing to this must feel great. Oh man. Well, we did it. We trolled on all of our opponents. We memed against them all the way to the grand finals, only losing one game. But I guess the coin flips were in our favor today. I have some editing to do. I kind of understand why RTK cooks together. Dude, they probably hate, like, they cook up these like beautiful builds. They make like the most refined metas ever. Just great on all fronts, and then I roll in and then I win with double moonbird, terracotta sky junk. Amazing. What count as the moonbirds? Not much, they're really good. But yeah. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Landship. You guys are gonna get Landship. Enjoy. Hope you're excited. Because I definitely had a great time today.